There's levels to the shit.
Yo, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Level Show. K-sizz in the house, Mason in the house, and today we are joined by a good friend of mine, Mr. Star Remix, aka Sard. What's going on, fellas?
Good, man.
Everybody's in a somber mood, seeing as Boris dropped them bombs today, innit?
Bro, I'm just trying to come in and ruin my evening, bro. Like, what's wrong with this guy, bro?
Sombered right up.
Bro said, stay home. Like,
Nah, he fully did, though.
I beg someone call him a barber as well, bro. He is always on the worst end of the trim, bro. Like, seriously.
What can you say, though, man? It's well, according to the reports, it's all needed.
So we got another what, 12 to 16 weeks at home.
Yep.
I mean,
well,
I wasn't expecting anything from it anyway. So,
and the maddest thing was, right?
Do you know
obviously,
what, man? UK, we're too laid back. No, we're just too laid back. Like, we had time. This was happening, around March. We could have easily locked this down. And now we got these videos like going everywhere, and all these shubs. Have you seen these videos? All these shubs going on.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Brother, listen, we are not getting out of this.
People don't care.
We're not getting out of this because people don't care.
Yep.
Facts. Like, the best thing you can do, and what I've realized over this year is, just look after you and your own family.
Yep. It's true.
So you can do is just like, you know what, they're not really trying to play ball, so look after you and your own family. I saw, because I was going to see my mum, and my mum lives like a short while away from me, so like I either cycle or get on a bus, because you know what I mean. So I decided to get on a bus this day because I didn't want to cycle. So imagine this woman that's having an argument with this other woman because the woman said to her, look, you can't sit next to me. It's not allowed.
That's mad.
You're not from my household.
No, but it's true, though. People are moving mad on the train, though. Like, people are proper sitting next to each other,
bus,
all holding hand like it's a joke thing. Like, me, as much as I'm skeptical about this whole virus,
man. Like,
I'm skeptical about it, but it's mad.
We're just too laid back, G. We're just too laid back, bro.
Yo, big up Jury Trap in the house.
What he's doing now, we should have done this ages ago.
But okay, let me pose this question to you guys.
You can't mix with 6 people, but you can send your kids to school to mix with 30.
Yeah, of course.
30 other dirty kids. Listen. I'm sorry. You know exactly what I'm talking about because my sister's a teacher. She told me how these kids come to school. You must have the experience. You know what time it is. Not everybody has the same level of hygiene as the next person. You understand what I'm trying to say? And it's no disrespect to people. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's just there's different there's levels to this shit. Right?
No pun intended.
No pun intended. And it's just like you're sending your kids to school. You're taking all the precautions necessary. Hand sanitizer. Your kids are washing their hands when they get in from outside. All of the precautions. But Barry down the road, no hand sanitizer, no mask. They're just doing up whatever.
Yo, what can you say? Hey, anyways, yo, wait, Sard.
Kofi,
you're new to this app. You can't hear me.
No. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro.
It's a thing that what happened with Chris. 1 second.
Oh, what's going on?
1 second. I'm gonna bring you back in. Hold on.
2 seconds.
No problem.
Can you hear me now?
A little, bro. A little. Damn.
Yeah.
Maybe
what
it's
is
me,
my mic
bro.
saying?
Maybe it's me, man. I don't even know. I was able to hear Mason.
Have you got your headphones in? Yeah, that's. Oh, he's probably talking through his headphones. Hold on. Let me see what my settings are. Let me just check something. Sorry for the technical difficulties, guys.
I had to get some water, man. Sorry.
Communications, microphone.
But yeah,
Can you hear me now? Or still nah?
Nah, I still can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Nah, none of you can hear me.
I can hear you.
What? Can you hear me now though?
So weird.
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Okay. So it's odd. Ask Sard if you can hear me. You can't hear me.
No, I can hear it minimal, bro. Really minimal. Like.
Oh man, I wonder what's wrong then. What's wrong with my feed?
Yeah, all my. Let me see if I can.
I just muted him.
It's on a max.
Okay, people can hear me fine. Big up Terry. Man like Terry Jones, man is long in this music game, bruv. Oh, it's a shame Sard can't hear me. Sard,
so odd.
Fine, Mace, tell him I'm gonna kick him out.
Yeah.
And then tell him to jump out and then jump back in. Because he could hear me at the beginning, fine. And then he dipped out.
All right, Sard, you're gonna have to jump out.
Yeah.
And then rejoin.
With that same link I sent you.
Yeah, with the same link.
All right, cool.
So, guys, we'll introduce Sard again to you guys in a second. Big up everybody that's in the stream today. Big up Terry. Yo, he's one of the guys that actually helped me in the DJ game. Been a long time. He really gave me like the encouragement. And we need OGs like Terry because man's been in this game for a long time and to show us some love. Thank you so much for tuning in. Big up the Jewelry Trap each and every time. Although, hey, guys, like you see these things here, yeah? I like these things. Hook me up. Hook me up. Custom piece, yeah, which says Levels or something. I don't know. Just a logo, something. But anyway, guys, as you all know, the news dropped today. Again, we're going back on what we had last year, March. And it's mad because we wanted to recap 2020. It looks like a butterfly effect. It's just all happening again or something.
Yeah, we were going to do a little recap today.
Yeah, we'll still do the recap. Sard, can you hear us now?
Much better.
Wicked. We're just talking about how we was going to recap 2020, but it feels like we're just relapsing back into 2020.
Should we talk about it, or is it too upsetting for people to actually talk about it?
Listen, we'll just summarize. Innit? Because I mean, Sard.
Yeah.
Let's do it properly. Let's do this properly. Everybody, as I said at the top of the show, it's my pal Sard. No, we just really clocked that we've been pals for the past near 20 years or so. So it's been a minute. That's just showing our age, isn't it? But introduce yourself, man. Tell the people who you are, what you do, and we're definitely going to be seeing more of him, guys. So familiar face here.
Yeah. So thank you, Kofi, bro. So my name's Sard. I am a creative / blogger from London, and that's basically it. Like, you got to bear with me, people. I'm a bit shy in that, but like it took Kofi a while to get me. But
I had to twist his arm.
But yeah. I'm a creative. I'm a London blogger. I blog from anywhere from sneaker, fashion to food to wherever my wife wants to drag me. So yeah, man, that's basically it.
Nah, wicked. And the thing is, like, obviously the thing all three of us have in common is we are ex-hoopers, as to say. Where we all love the game of basketball and that. So that's where obviously our common ground comes into. We all love our kicks, not as much as you, I think.
Do you know what?
We all love our kicks and that.
Do you know what, bro? Like, I wouldn't class myself as a sneakerhead per se, yeah? I mean, I love crep, don't get me wrong, yeah? But, bro, going back to having braids, yeah, I always dress head down, where sneakerheads, they dress toe up.
Yeah, true.
Still till this day, yeah, even though I got no more plaits than a man's going bold in that, man, I still dress head down, bro.
Had to coordinate in that.
But yeah, love crep still, man. Yeah.
No, wicked. So yeah, we brought you on to again just bring another perspective into what we're doing. So guys, watch out for Sarah's content. I'm gonna show you his at. Well, his ad will be on this. There we go. That's his at on Instagram. Just follow him up. Check out his stuff. Big foodie as well, just like me. So check out
Did you say the way he was just grinning when he said food? Did you see the smell?
Glorious food, family. I don't care. Some of the stuff Saad whips up on his reels, yeah. Nah, it's not a joke. It's not even a joke, bruv. And when you're seeing people like Innocent and then people there when he's using the juice and that, I see you, bruv. I see you. But everybody check them out because it's a nice combination of things that Sarah brings to us.
Appreciate it,
Obviously, we do a big sneakers section on levels. We will touch upon that a bit later on in the show, but let's kick it off. I mean, as I said, we wanted to recap 2020. I want to get everybody's opinion in the chats. I'm going to put the question up right about now. So I said, it says, talk to us. How did 2020 affect you and what did you learn? Now, I'm specifically referring to the lockdown situation, which obviously we're about to go back into now. I'm going to start with you, Mason. Just a quick summary of what... Quick summary. As to how it affected you, because, like, first of all, let people know what you do, aside from the stuff in DJing. So people can gain an idea of how it affects people in different industries.
So this time last year, I was, apart from DJing, which I was doing like 3 or 4 nights out a week, I was a personal trainer and a fitness
crazy. Yeah.
So I was in the gyms. I was working in gyms every day. I took the Saturday and Sunday off to try and spend more time with the family, but I was in the gym all the time. I was a spin instructor. I also taught like boot camps and different things, kettlebells, all that kind of stuff. So everything just went, and it was done. Like it was over. So, I mean, I sat there for a month. And I kind of just wallowed in my self-pity for a bit.
That's what happened, though.
I mean, I was like, and then, you know what? I said, no, I've got to get up. I've got to get up and I've got to do something. So, luckily, I've got like a ridiculous support bubble around me, from like my partner to my pals or whatever. And I just started pushing forward. It actually turned out to be a really good year for me. And I know that might sound a bit crazy coming from what happened, but I think 2020 was a really good year if I'm looking at it in a positive light. I lost 2 stone last year.
Damn,
2 stone.
Son.
Come on.
Damn, son.
2 stone last year. So I'm sitting there thinking, wow, if 2020 didn't happen, I would still be this monstrous 125 kg, like, super guy. You know what I mean? Got people crossing the street and shit.
Them ones are shook.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of made me really look at my health in more detail. I started trying to catch up on stuff like sleep. I read more in 2020 than I've read my whole life. That's including through school.
No,
you know what I mean? Through my whole education system, and I've studied a few different things. So for me, it was a really good year if I look at it like that. It was a bad year because it was a year where I was going to be peaking in terms of my DJing and stuff. I was booked for a few festivals. They obviously all got cancelled. And that would have been my first time on that kind of stage.
Can you let us know the festivals you're going to be part of?
I was supposed to be out in Portugal last April. The first one was supposed to be, the first one was, I was supposed to be out in Portugal last year. I ended up going to Portugal anyway, but with the family, which is a much better trip.
Exactly, still the same.
But it was just like, it was a year of actually really trying to let it sink in. It took a while for it to properly sink in that whatever I had planned for the year was just not going to happen. And then slowly but surely things started coming together. It wasn't a bad year for me. Like, I don't know. I see it as a positive. I definitely see last year as a positive. You know, the things like the weight loss, the reading. I started doing a lot more research into certain things. I had much more time on my hands, so I didn't have a choice. I bought a bike. I must have cycled around every possible part of London. I was on that wave. I gave myself a target of doing 100 miles a week. So
Can you achieve it?
100%. 100%.
Oh, wow.
If you think about going from my house in South London to Richmond, is about 66 miles anyway.
How many miles?
It's about 66 miles. Roughly about 66
there
miles.
And back.
I'm not sure. There and back.
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Sick, man.
Yeah, so that was my 2020, man. Yeah, it was. I don't know. Depends on how you look at it.
It's true. It's how you use it, and that's what I was trying to get at. Saad, what about you, man?
Boy, you know what? Yeah, bro, I thought this thing was gonna last for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. I'm like,
But that's what they led us to believe.
bro. Like, man, I was working from home, and I'm like, man, this is like a little summer holiday. Because once you leave teaching, bro, you miss the summer holiday because not many people know that summer holiday is like half of it. If you're lucky, you're getting time off. But anyway, so after leaving like teaching, man, like I went straight to IT and it was cool. But so yeah, so got sent home to the work from home, got my computer, I took everything with me and everything. And I'm like, yeah, this is lit. Like cleaning the shed, doing flowering in the garden, like I'm cleaning my crep, like I'm just like being bare organized. And then come week 7, week 8, week 9, I'm like, shit, bruv, this is long, like this is long. And like I could feel my creative juices almost like depleting so fast. Like I'm like, shit, bro, I need to post on the gram. I've got this, I've got that. And I'm one of these guys where I've got bare post-its where on the wall, and I've got categories where, like, if you look at my Instagram, bro, it's tailor-made. Like
Influencer
nothing,
life.
bro. It's, do you know what? Yeah, nothing clashes. It's like proper tailor-made. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't even want to. I'm not even feeling it. And I'm like, oh my days, I'm gonna have to push some content on my stories just for the sake, so my kind of traction stays balanced almost. But working from home, bro, like Mason said, but it depends how you look at it. I mean, the positive for me that came out of this year is I'm Muslim and Ramadan came, and bro, 19 hours fast a day, light work. Yeah. Like
easy stuff.
Like,
work,
straight through,
work,
bro.
Yeah. Usually the first week, yeah, is hard, bro, because you're having to do the commute, you got to talk to colleagues, you got no water. The thing is, the hunger ain't the issue, it's the liquids that you need. So, bro, that first week, like in 2018, I documented my whole 30 days on Instagram, bro. It's still on my highlights because people like loved it and they were so interested in how you get up, and I showed the good and the bad. And bro, 19 hours a day, like light work. And then I don't remember the last time I prayed that much, like since I was at college. So for me, bro, it was a blessing because I got a chance to get closer to God again. And another thing is, like, my wife and I, like, we're completely in different like sectors of work, yeah.
What
and for me so she's in law and I'm in IT, like we're completely different, yeah. And like it was nice to see her in her working environment because it's like she's so corporate compared to me. And I'm like, Rise, how you talk on the phone? Like completely different person. And like it was nice, man, because you know, like we've got this like funny IKEA table where it extends, and then you got one of us is sitting on each side because it just like opens up, and we're just like looking at each other, giving evils all day, and just who's making tea next, who's making tea. Like,
you know what? I'll quickly ask you, how did you find the relationship? Because listen, on my street, right, where we live, I saw a hell of a lot of couples that were there, gone, missing. People just stopped being in a relationship. I saw marriages get ruined. I saw a lot of different things. Obviously, with being with your partner in the same space, it either makes you or it breaks you. So how did you find that time with your partner?
Do you know what? Yeah, like I'm grateful, bro, because my wife is like my best friend. Like we didn't, the way we met and the way we got married, like it was all done. Like I'm super old fashioned, bro. Super old fashioned. It's like she's my best friend in it. Like I rather go with her than anyone to anywhere. So for me, it was like I'm looking forward to it. Like and to be honest, bro, yeah, like Kofi like knows I've got 5 brothers, yeah. Like I'm the eldest. Being the eldest, yeah, you want to annoy everyone. So I know I had these little urges to annoy my wife, innit? Like just for the sake of it, like whether it's like putting on a tune loud randomly or like just letting her keep on asking me to do something, I'm not doing it. Like for me, bro, like it was like she's my best friend in it. So I didn't have any long things with my wife, but there does come a time when like you're working and like you're like, listen, if your phone call you're gonna get isn't related, go to the next room, bruv. Like no, don't stay on the phone here, and it's vice versa. But we didn't have really long things. It's just that, yeah, I can't really say anything more, bro. It's like my wife's my best friend, bro. Like we get on, we just click. And put it this way, bro, yeah, she's one of them things where if you knew you liked her, you would tell your family, you know what, I'm marrying this girl no matter what. Yeah, so like I keep my blessings kind of close to heart and whatever, bro. But like, I've heard a lot of stories too. I've heard some stories too. But the thing is, it's like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, if you've been married or you've got a partner and you've not gone through hardship, then you're tested. You're definitely going to be tested.
Yeah, it was that testing year, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're definitely going to be tested.
It was that testing year. I feel like a lot of people were tested and maybe not failed, because obviously if the relationship didn't work out, then it just means that wasn't the one, really. So I think hard times kind of makes you think really about whether or not it's the right situation for you. So when something like COVID happens and you're in each other's face all the time, and maybe someone stops working and it's not really working out, the pressure's on. The pressure's on.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got a mortgage and my man just got furloughed, or he lost his job. So things are getting sticky inside of the household.
And sorry, miss, I was just going to add, you see times like this, yeah, where it gets to be like so much pressure. It's now when couples or vice versa, they have stuff on their chest that's been brewing.
It's come off.
But they've
it just comes off.
Yeah. They've not been talking about it. And all of a sudden, like any flick, any switch, like you're gonna go off. You're gonna go off. Like
them sly remarks.
Yeah, man. And then you realize, like, what was it that people say when someone makes a joke or a little dig? Is it like 70%? They mean it like intentionally.
I say 50%. I always say a joke is 50% the truth.
Yeah.
If somebody's ribbing you,
behind that, bro.
Yeah. No, 100%, because you think it. Like, you honestly, like, you feel it viscerally to some degree. So that's why you said it. Although you say it in a jokey way, to try and like kind of offset the kind of truth behind it, you still do mean it to a certain extent.
You need to watch people like that, man.
It's true.
But
I really reckon 2020 was one of those enlightening years overall. Like Jury Trap, as you can see, I've just put it on this on the stream. It says the hustle comes from the struggle, and it's almost like the fight or flight from a lot of people. Like both of you have had that kind of reaction where, Sard, you went through both. Like at the beginning, you were fighting, and then you was like, "Yeah, I'm going to do this, this, and this." Mason was like, "I'm going to get a bike and ride 100 miles a week, and this, that, the other." So that was your fight response, and then something happens where it probably just dips you for a little bit. I think you said you were vice versa. At the beginning, you were just wallowing in your sorrows. You said, Mace.
Yeah,
and then you were
for about a month.
Sard.
I just sat there and just
like, what the hell is going on? And the thing is, and I said this, I think, in our first stream. Like for me, like I feel for everybody who's to some degree had to stay home for X amount of time. I work in a hospital, so I didn't really stop. My life was normal. I was just running through everything like it was normal. I would go to work. The only thing that was different was like I could get a seat on the train every single morning. That's really the only difference. But I'll go to work, come home, normal family life, doing level stuff. That's it. Like my life was so normal. So sometimes it was hard for me to deep how much a lot of what happened last year within the lockdown actually affected a lot of people's mental health. And I think a lot of the statements that's come out from the government, that's why in fact, if you guys, people who are in here, please share it to your other people, because it would be actually nice to get some other opinions, because mental health, I think, has flown under the radar. And where we work in the music and the fashion we talk about it and we try to promote it, we talk to a lot of people who are just labeled creatives. And the creative sector has just been sidelined like mad. Just like mad. And it's mad when the MPs are just saying, "Oh, people who are musicians just need to retrain and this, that, the other." Hold on, we've had people.
Stupidness is that though?
We've had people like your Effies who come on, and music has been her life.
But look, hear what I'm saying with that.
Or younger.
Yeah. I get where he's coming from. I think his delivery of what he was trying to say was terrible, given that he's supposed to be someone that's really well educated.
Fine, break it down. What right. By how can you understand?
Okay,
that?
So for us as creatives, obviously as a DJ, I can speak for me directly, and even as a fitness professional, there was no support for man. There was none. Like there was none. There's still none, right? And for someone that's a musician like Effie, there's still no support for those people either, right? In the meantime, given like what we knew and what the kind of information that was out there, it did make sense to maybe say, you know what, I'm gonna have to hold something down to if I need some kind of money, I'm gonna have to hold something down to make this work for me, because there's gonna be less jobs available in terms of actually doing that, or maybe I need to research how I can still make money. Let's say if I'm a singer, can I do some live shows over the internet? Like, where do I go? I think what he was trying to say maybe is something along those lines, was maybe just hold down something else for a bit, or what he should have said was hold something down for a bit that's going to pay your bills. Because a lot of creative people, obviously, they rely on their creativity to make money. And if you take that away from them, they still have to pay their bills. So how do they then pay their bills?
Precisely. And the thing is, as a fellow DJ, it's easy for us to do some stuff where we could possibly get paid still doing stuff remotely, because I had a pal, he does a lot of visual work, and I was just talking to him on the off chance, and he was just saying, look, I'm doing so much work from home. In fact, I'm probably getting paid a bit more, because he said to people like DJs at home, say, get a green screen. I can project whatever you need onto the backdrop of the green screen. You saw the maddest backdrops this guy was producing, yeah? So then DJs will go to bars, okay, cool, I'm going to do this, that, and the other, pay me this amount. And bars will be like, all right, cool, because we want to keep people still interested. So when we open back up, this can happen. That was happening all over the shop. So easy for us as DJs to possibly say that. But then you've got, say, the artists. Like we had Nicole and we had Effie on. They were talking about how a lot of their stuff got cancelled last minute, which leaves them out of pocket. So then what can you do in that situation? It's not just easy like that for them to just to say retraining what, as well as in this situation, what are you going to retrain for? How many IT experts are out there who are already like probably backed up doing so much shit from home? And you can't just tell them to do that, because that's realistically everything. What, you're going to become a plumber? You can't even go to people's yards to fix their tin. You're going to become an electrician. You can't do none of that. Like, so what do you actually do?
Do you know what? Yeah, I think they could have been more. They could have shown a bit more empathy, because the way they dropped that line was like, because even I had my wife and I, we had a conversation of like, raw.
Guys, I'll be back in just a minute. Keep talking. I'm just going to jump out. I'll be back in a minute.
That's cool. So yeah, we were saying like, listen, the worst comes to worst, we're gonna have to get something to still pay the bills, like no matter what kind of job or whatever. So it's like, you know, bro, that the uncertainty feeling, that is so scary, because then you realize, you know what, every person is in the same boat. Yeah. True. Say, yeah, if you're rich, you're wealthy, cool. But what about the corona, bro? Everybody's in the same boat. You get it, you're or whatever. Like everybody, no money can save you, bro.
Nah. See, this is what I'm saying. It was just like, he needed to deliver what he was saying in a much better way. Plus, they needed to sort of like, because some people had no plan.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
Some people had zero plan of what the plan B was. And hopefully this would have taught people to always have a plan B. I'm not saying, if your heart is set on being a singer, go for it. Do your thing. Throw everything that you can at doing that thing. But at the same time, always make sure you've got something like as a backup that you can just quickly get some cash. Like something as simple as like, I don't know, like you know, getting a SIA badge or something. You know, something like where you're good, something that you know you're willing to do, that's you can stomach, if that makes sense. Because I know creative people don't like that mundane structured,
bro,
you know what I mean?
You know, bro, even speaking of creatives, do you know how many creatives now are struggling to, because this is where the real creators now, this is where the real creatives, I'm talking about visuals, like in terms of the gram, whatever you want to call it, bro, like this is now, especially content photography or what have you, this is where the real now the realists will stand out, because the ones that need outside, they need outside to create the content. Like me, bro, I've been all over the house, like taking photos of whatever I need to get done. But it just shows you can't hide now, innit? Because you're not pushing out your content.
Nah.
And also, just to add, sorry, mate, so just saying, sorry, to add what you said, 3 things I learned about this flipping lockdown, bro, is that 1, always save money. Don't live paycheck to paycheck, And 2, we need God to save us, bro, because I don't know what else to say. Like,
listen,
I can't remember the third one.
I tell you what, people, I think from what I hear, people did one of maybe three things. They either got closer with faith, okay, whether it's spirituality, you know, their actual religion, or they went to drugs, or they collapsed completely.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And then there's some people that just managed to cope because not much kind of changed in their lives. But some people that were hit really hard, I think maybe what they were looking at as, you know, when people talk about mental health before, they'll be like, what? I think a lot of people realized what mental health issues were anyways in 2020. That's when a lot of people got hit with because if you were like, okay, so for instance, if you're living like paycheck to paycheck and you just found out that you're not working again for the foreseeable future, what would that do to your mind, bro? Like, what would that do to your mind? Like, seriously, do you understand what I'm trying to say? And I think that's where it drove a lot of people. And I saw it today on this really cool Instagram thing that I follow. They try and deliver some hardcore news, and they've said it's the amount of people on antidepressants has gone up. Like, it took a huge step forward in 2020, because people they were hurt by this whole thing. Like, it was a devastating year. And like what happened to me, I sat there for a month and I was like, you know what? I actually need a break, because I was really, really, really working before the pandemic hit. And that was fine for me. What I thought was normal was obviously not normal. Like, I was working almost 6 days a week, ridiculous hours. You know what I mean? I'd finish DJing at like 3 a.m. and I'd be back in the gym by 6 in the morning. Like, this
like literally burning both ends, man.
I was burning. I was literally just burning. But it gave me a chance to just sit there. And for a month, I actually sat there, and part of it was just, I needed to relax. I just needed a minute. I needed to just calm down and just really just take in my house. Because I didn't spend, bearing in mind that house is pretty much brand new. It's refurbed. Everything in there was new when I stepped in. Didn't spend much time in there. Like, I was hardly in the house. I actually discovered my house. I actually discovered my house in 2020. That was the maddest thing for me as well. Like, that was just crazy. So I'm just like, you know what? Yes, I got to give some thanks for what happened, because it just made me realign a lot of my values and a lot of the core things that I stand for. Do you see what I'm trying to say?
For sure. Yeah, man. And also, like, you know, some people like who are going through hard times as well. Like, just to touch up again about your questions. That's a really good question, bro, about these like couples and marriages breaking and stuff. It's like not, you know, like my wife and I, we've been through some hardship, bro. Like, you know, we're not just like best buddies and like, yeah, we can get through nah, bro. It's not even like that, bro. This is no like flipping fairy tale. Like, we've been through hardship, so like we know each other's worth. But check this now, bro. Yeah, for the people who just maybe just moved into with each other, or just got married, or boyfriend and girlfriend, bro, can you imagine the long things that if there's only one bedroom, bro, there's a one bedroom and you're literally always in that same room 24 hours a day, like, you know, like what you gonna do? One goes to the bedroom, do you understand, bro? That I can't imagine that, bro. And you got no garden, nothing like that, and you see out the house or in.
That's what saved me. Listen, the garden saved my life. The garden saved me. Like, seriously, having a garden. So what happened in the summer is, like, I started sort of like invited pals around and stuff, because like when they start opening up the country a little bit, and I realized the value of having a garden. One of the things I realized was it's essential, like, because I grew up in the Caribbean and we had space. You move to like the UK, you realize how much people just want to be next to each other and on top of each other and so close to each other, right? So you almost kind of like normalize it. You get really used to being in that space as well. But then I realized I don't like it. I don't like my neighbors being all up in my business. I don't like being super, super close to my neighbor. I don't want to hear them walking around and all that kind of nonsense. Yeah. I realized just how much space I actually need. And it's kind of given me sort of like a vision for the future of what my next house needs to look like. And I need to have it either semi-detached or completely detached. I need a backyard, a front lawn. Like, I need all of that. I need all of that. Like, seriously, maybe some animals in the back garden, something like that. I need something. Seriously, like, real talk.
Peace of mind, isn't it? It's just peace of mind, isn't it, bro?
It's just peace of mind.
Yeah.
It is genuinely just peace of mind. I think in this country, we're getting way too used to living just on top of each other, or like, even if you've got yourself like a nice Victorian house, you still got someone next door. They can still hear you. Like, say you and your wife got into a disagreement, voices are raised a little bit. You know your neighbors know what going on the next day. You know what I mean? You know they know what going on the next day. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but at the same time, I respect people's privacy. I don't want to hear my neighbors saying anything. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to hear all of that kind of nonsense. Like you it's just it's not for me. So it made me realize just how much space is needed for an individual, especially if you're looking at having a family and all that kind of stuff. For those, what I heard, because we live obviously in central, sort of like central London, I heard mums screaming at their kids at the top of their voices. I heard mums, because they're not used to having the kids at home, screaming at the top of their voices at these kids because they were just tired of the kids being in the house. And if you live in, like, say, like a flat, a 2-bed, and you got 4 kids, like, lockdown must have been crazy for you, bro. Like,
my heart goes out, man. My heart goes out.
And that's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. And I think some of those kids were probably at risk because the parents were probably being a lot nastier than they normally would be.
Yeah.
You know, so some of those kids have gone through some real hard. It's not just the adults. The kids have probably gone through some real messed up times as well.
Yeah. Now, bro, like now let's just deep it for a second, yeah? Now think about the kids who get abused at home, and they're at home, bro, 7 days a week. They don't even get peace of mind going to school, getting a hot meal, being away from their abusers, bro. This is what for everyone, bruv. Like, because you know what, G, like, I've seen madness, like, and heard of the madness, bro. Like those kids, like, who even mothers and wives, that they get abused, and then when they go to work, they have that rest, bro. They now they're stuck. Yeah, it's stuck. And bro, one more thing, sir. Just like, what about those kids with SEN? You know, those hench ones. They're special needs, but they're wedge, bro. How is a mother or a father going to control them? Because usually those ones are the ones who the parents need super respite. Like, they need some help. Now what, bro?
I think maybe in a couple of years' time, we're gonna really see. I'm sure any creative out there that sort of like does documentaries, and they've got to be documenting everything right now and putting 100%. together like this ridiculous body of work. It's got to be like a Netflix special where it's like a 4-part thing. No, seriously, because you can't document it. What's happened last year, you can't put it in an hour. You cannot put it all into 1 hour. All the aspects of what happened to people into like an hour. It needs to be like literally from like an old person's perspective.
Yeah.
Like, you know, people that are like a little bit older. What happened to these people? You know, those people that just go to Tesco to talk to the cashier because they've got no family,
no pals.
Yeah.
Do you want to know something? Yeah, all of that stuff has gone way out the window because this is gonna sound mad. I think sometimes people from our generation are taught to distance ourselves from people who are not kind of in your circle. That makes sense. Like, I think it's actually kind of like imprinted in our brains to kind of do that. And for what reason, to be honest, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Like, I always used to hear people telling me, like, aunts and uncles just being, be secretive about this, that, the other. I'm like, I've got nothing to hide. I don't care. Like, what have I got to hide?
It's
like,
a different generation, man.
It is. Like, my neighbor now, she's probably late 70s. Sweet lady. Like, I casually make time. Not I have to. I casually make time to speak to her. And the thing is, you realize when you're speaking to them, like, how lonely they are, because she will speak to you. It is blitz outside. It is hailstoning outside. 80 minutes we're talking casual.
Yeah.
But then you deep it, and then you when I go back home, I'm like, do you know what? Not tooting my own horn, but I probably like just made a part of her day. Like, she just probably just talked to somebody, and we kind of need to bring that kind of stuff back a little bit.
Community.
It does exactly. As I said to you last year, my favorite word is unity.
My question
community
is
is one of the probably the strongest things we need to build again.
do you know all your neighbours? That's a question to both of you. Do you know your neighbours to the left or to the right or to the back?
Listen,
Do you know them? Do you know who they are?
I know most of them.
Like,
Yeah.
I know.
Don't mean I like them.
I know the lady upstairs. I know the lady next door, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know my left side. I'm pretty much a few doors down and left and right. The thing is, you see about that, it's just so weird, bro. Like when I was younger and it would be fasting, yeah. My mum should make she'll make so much food and she'll get me to carry this girly basket, bro. And I have to go down each house. Bro, we're giving me and my brothers that were carrying these girly baskets here, and we're having to like give food to all the neighbors because it's the month of giving and love and stuff. So I've kind of like every Christmas and stuff, especially if they're elderly, bro. Like if I'm cooking and stuff, I'll just like knock on their door, leave it in a bag, hang it on their door, or just because, bro, like we don't know in it, bro. We need people to send us blessings in it. We need to grab these blessings, man. So yeah,
100%. 100%. So I don't know. Can you see what's printed across the bottom of the screen?
Yeah. I've got an iPad as well on my left hand side, so I'm reading.
Okay.
So if I'm looking down that way, it's just because I'm reading. Yeah.
No, it's fine. So what's it called? OG. I'm gonna call him OG Terry. Right, this guy is my OG for real. He said about the comment about retraining. He said, it was delivered. It was delivered so badly. It was all delivered so badly. But again, it goes back to the question. Like, and then the jury trap. They said this comment: companies aren't recruiting at the moment either, so people have little choice. Some people get fully supported with furlough, like they do, and others get nothing. How is that fair? Like me, I'm still baffled as to how this whole furlough thing works, if I'm honest, because I knew 1-2 people who they said self-employed, and next thing you know, they're saying I have to dip into my savings because I only formed my company, say 3-4 months ago. So these guys were just sucking out all their savings. This leads me on to another thing. This was meant to be such a quick topic to reflect on, but I guess it's so expensive.
It's so big.
Man stayed up to 2 in the morning yesterday going through your questions, bro.
But the thing is, it's like, what's it called? Hold on, did Liverpool lose it? Sorry, there you are. Yes. Damn, I lost my train of thought because I'm gassed Liverpool are losing. Jesus. Like, how does the furlough thing work? Is actually what I was just trying to ask. Like,
so
who decides?
You get if you're working for a company, I don't know if it's all companies, but I know some companies that are doing well off. They're still going to use advantage and use the furlough scheme when they don't need to or they don't have to. I think who was it that got called out? Was it Victoria Beckham? She could have paid all her staff, but then she decided to use a furlough scheme.
Of course.
So how it works, I think you get 80% from the government, and then your company pays the rest. But there's a bit of a cut. But companies are cutting down, so you might get 15% rather than the 20 or 10% because. Do you see what I'm saying? They're still saving money, like, but yeah.
But that's
bro,
why there was so much outrage when some of the football clubs were furloughing people left, right, and centre.
Yeah, but that's because people think there's a ridiculous amount of money in football.
But there is.
There is. However, not all of the clubs are on the same level. When I talk, there's in the Prem, there's about 6 clubs that are doing decent. So the Man Cities are just not going to drown because they've got a wealth of money. Man United just seem to pull it out of the bag. Tottenham have got some funding. Arsenal are doing all right. Chelsea, we know, have got money. But then you look at the other teams. Where's their money coming from? Their money, especially tickets, games. Same with Arsenal because like Arsenal was one of the highest. Like I think season ticket for Arsenal was about almost £3,000. It's ridiculous money. Right? If you don't get those people, and I don't think people realize. So you know those people that go to the boxes, they pretty much pay for all the other seats in the stadium.
Really? I didn't know that.
Listen, those big boys up there in the boxes that are paying X amount of money to host the boxes and rare. They're the ones that allows you to have such cheaper tickets.
I had no idea.
Jenny,
Are the boxes that much?
It's like airlines. People in first class, if you're flying on an Emirates flight, them man upstairs, they're the reason why we're allowed to have that cheap Emirates ticket.
Fuck no. I had no idea.
Where we're paying, so if you used to travel to a bait destination like a Dubai, yeah, and you got a nice deal with Emirates for like £500-600 return, right? Someone upstairs is paying like 3 or 4. Like, do you understand what I'm trying to say? They are realistically playing for you. That's the way they make their money. Whereas with budget airlines, everybody kind of pays for themselves, because budget airlines, they knock off this, they knock off that, you know, less fuel. Budget airlines only really have enough fuel in there to land, bro. Like,
and that's it.
That's
they have
it.
to take a detour. Them man are struggling.
Struggling. So everything's put down to a minimum. You see what I'm saying? So yes and no with football, man. It's they need to allow people back into the stadiums. Do we know if that's going to happen or not? I don't know.
Well, they're not. But the thing is, obviously, with this new ruling, anyway, they're saying the Premier League is still going on. The Premier League ain't stopping.
No,
so
it's still cracking on.
That's to me, that just says it all, man. That says it all. The power of money in this whole thing. Anyways, we need to swiftly move on from this, because again, this is such a broad topic to speak on that it's just, boy.
It could take all day. It could take all day.
It could. It really could. Legit. All right, fine. It's 2020 briefly. What started at the top of the year was what? World War III was impending when Trump was still in office. I was trying to go to war with South Korea, but everybody seems to forget about that because so much happened. North Korea, pardon me.
But they were never going to go to war, bro. Trust me.
Listen, but still, with that guy, sometimes you never know. He leaves you on edge. You know,
he does. But this is the thing. I think he himself, it just does. It doesn't work like that. This is why. Remember when I can't remember. It was in the recent years when someone tried to. I think they sent. I think it was Theresa sent our troops into some place or
France.
something.
Oh no, it wasn't France. I know what you're talking about.
And she just made the decision one night and said, "Yeah, we're doing it."
And lit up the country.
People kicked off like, "What are you doing? That needs to go. That needs to go to a vote. You can't just run that." So I don't think they've got that kind of power. It would need to go down to a proper, conversation. Everybody needs to decide whether or not this is the right thing to do. And I think America, as a country, they're moving away from trying to be involved in everyone else's business, because they've realized that it's no good for them. It's pointless, especially if you look what happened to the Middle East in the last couple of years. Removing those dictators that they had in power has caused a huge power vacuum. The maddest. Like, the only thing standing between some of those mad people, and I say it in the most politest way, is Turkey. Because Turkey is the only thing standing between us and them, really, and the Kurds that are fighting on the front line. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, people don't realize that whole region is almost been consumed by this new radical. I don't know what they're called now, but when I'm telling you they're radical, they're radical. It's different level radical, where women are not allowed to read. That level of radical.
Rotted.
Yeah, so
rotted. That's a lot, man.
And Turkey's using it to their advantage, because Turkey wants to become the new. What's that place in the Middle East that is like the Mecca? You'd know, bro.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like, what Saudi Arabia? Yes.
So Turkey are trying to become the new Saudi. They're trying to be the face of the Islamic community.
Okay.
So I did a lot of research into it. That's why I know a little bit. I'm not like a political science expert or nothing, but from what I've read up, the leader of Turkey is trying to position himself to be the new Saudi Arabia. He wants that level of power. So, yeah, it's mad. It's hella crazy what's going on.
Madeline.
This is the thing, though, man. But you won't find these things on mainstream media. You have to kind of go looking for them, because it's so boring. And when I say boring, not a lot of people find them interesting. So that it's tedious to listen to someone explaining point for point, like, what's happened and what's going on. As soon as the Americans, when Trump got in power 4 years ago, they had almost succeeded in kind of fully getting Iraq running and that side of the world as just on their own.
Independent, yeah.
Soon as they ducked out, and the worst thing about them ducking out was they took so much equipment, they left it there. They did not take the equipment with them.
Do you think that was on purpose?
I don't know if it was on purpose, but it was just the worst move you can do. So what's happened is all those people from that, the radical, that's all theirs now. Like they've got that. The only thing they don't have is pretty much like a nuclear arsenal and submarines and shit. But they've got a ton of. They've got tanks. They've got the Humvees. They've got a ton of equipment. They've got the guns.
But you have to think about it, these guys are very creative.
Of course.
So, although they might not have one thing, they might be able to make it in one sense or another.
Yeah, but listen, they were already causing everyone problems with basic AK-47s. What do you think they're going to do with all that American equipment that's left on the ground?
Exactly. They suit that shit up, and boy, it's off.
Them guys are putting like they were putting rocket launchers in the back of pickup trucks, bro.
Yeah, that's kind. Like it's nothing. My
bro,
God,
you know what I'm talking about. They were putting rocket launchers in the back of pickup trucks.
My God.
So what do you think they're doing with? They're inevitably, like, you know, what's the word I'm looking?
Inevitably,
bro. They're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so
I mean, I'm not saying they're a huge threat. I'm just saying that they've kind of just said this whole region is now going to be running this way. We don't want to hear nothing from any other countries. Our rule is our rule, and they're running under those old school rules of women can't, you know, leave the house without a man being present, and can't read. Women won't be educated. You know what I mean? Man. Women, like, women's rights are just kind of pretty much non-existent.
It's absolutely crazy. Oh boy. Anyways, you know what? I'm gonna lighten the mood, and because I've got a couple more things I wanted to cover for 2020, but again, it's such a whirlwind. Let's be more optimistic. And next one I'm gonna ask you guys is, how optimistic are you about 2021? Let's start with you, Saad. Like, how optimistic are you? Although it started off dead, it's only 4 days old, and we're getting locked in already.
Do you know what? Like 2020, yeah. Like it was, you know, when people say, you know what, we're gonna get this done, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. Like, and then it started off in January with like rest in peace. Like Kobe Bryant passed away, Gigi passed away, and then that kind of set the level,
the tone.
Set pace
throughout the whole year, like it just kept on getting worse and worse and worse. But 2021, like I'm just hopeful in it. Like the thing is, all you can do is kind of be positive and just be positive. And also another weird thing on the gram, I'm following bare pages, like, and some of them are so negative, like I ain't gonna mention which ones here, but they're just like gossip, just bare negativity. Like, so I've just I've unfollowed bare of them. I just unfollowed bare of them, man. But I'm hoping, bro, this year, like, once God willing, like let's hope this, if everybody follows the rules, hopefully by March we're out of this, innit? But as long as what Mason said, take care of yourself and your family and just shield as much as you can. I mean, you can do home delivery now for food shopping, you know, like, and just keep your hands washed and sanitized and what have you. But just keep safe and just try and do good, innit? Like that's all I can really say, bro. Like
100%. What are your personal goals for this year?
Bro, this year, like, I'm just trying to come out of my comfort zone. That
Welcome.
being said, this is why I'm here today, bro. This is why I'm here today. And another thing as well, like last year, like for the last couple of years now, I've been trying to do a blog, and man finally flipping did it, bro. I actually got a blog now, innit? And it's just like, yeah, I've done it. Finally, I wrote about 20 articles, bro. Once you start, you can't stop, man. So that's gonna go live. Like, I'm gonna publicize it. Like, but if you don't want to have a sneak peek, it's just starremix.com. So feel free to have a browse. But I haven't publicized it to my gram yet. But apart from that, bro, just boy, be positive, declutter, tidy your house, and just get rid of stuff you don't use and give it to charity and not just bad stuff, you know. But and yeah, man, be grateful. Be grateful. Yeah,
man.
That's it, bro.
What about you, Mace?
Boy, I didn't really do too many of those New Year's resolutions and all that kind of stuff. I said realistically, all I want to do is just get through 2021.
Yeah, simple.
Anything else is almost like a bonus on top.
Yeah,
I just want to make it to the end of the year healthy, family's healthy. You know, my friendship circle. You know what I mean? Everybody's healthy. I just want to make it to the end of the year for us to say, look, boom, we made it. Right. What can we do now? Because we kind of have to just take every day as it comes. Because I never expected them to even announce anything today, and then boom, there you go.
I'm not gonna lie. I heard, because I work in hospital, I heard rumblings of this possibility. In fact, it's come probably 4 or 5 days late, according to the hospitals. They were saying about the 30th or 31st they was gonna announce it, but
you know, and it's like stuff like, just touching on what Sam was saying, Instagram. I've had to do the exact same thing. Like, just go through, unfollow, block, whatever, because certain levels of negativity, I just can't allow them into my space, bro. Like, you know what I mean? People talking about, like, oh, you know, vaccine this. Bro, take the fucking vaccine. Like, take the vaccine. You've had a BCG, you've had this, you've had that. So what's wrong with you? Take the fucking vaccine.
Do you know why I'm not going to do it, right? And I'm not doing it for this pure reason.
You know what? I want to hear this because you work in the hospital. Let's find out what's going on. Let's find out what's going on.
I'm knuckle-headed to this, right? But I literally say to people, look at it like this, right? When we went into the lockdown at the beginning of November, right? Initially, the furlough scheme was meant to end in January. They quickly, a couple of days into it, extended that furlough period into April, right? And people say, no, it's going to be done by Christmas. I said to people, no, honestly, like, it's right in front of you. Do not be so... Don't think so simply to think that... What's it called? Hold on. Don't think so simply to think that it's just going to end then. It's not. If they're extending it, they know something else is happening, right? The Pfizer vaccine, which has been developed, is one which is easily modified to supposedly suit lots of different strains. First of all, how the hell are you even going to create that if you don't even know what the hell the strain is? How do you know to make it so easily customizable, then to be able to be progressive, like that you can just go, okay, cool, boom, it's mutated, we're going to do this to change it. How do you know that, first of all? Hasn't even been trialed on that many people anyway, so cool, whatever. So Pfizer have developed that one. There's another Chinese company, I think, who develops another vaccine. The Brits have just developed the next vaccine, which actually contains the virus, which is... So this vaccine is similar to the flu vaccine that the flu jab everybody gets every year. So I'm just saying to people, on those pure facts just laid out in front of you, there's still a big gaping hole. How have two people made one which is customizable and then one which is just giving you basically a flu jab, with this strain of coronavirus, supposedly, which is mutating? So if you get this now, there's people who are getting this jab now who are getting probably like immunized against the old vaccine. What about this new mutant strain, which is, if you come into contact with somebody from SA, these men are supposedly got the most flipping vicious one. What? You've had your vaccine, but you still get nyam by this thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, for me, I'm so skeptical about this vaccine. Like, I'm so skeptical about it.
I don't know.
Because there's not enough information, and it's so much information.
You know what? Let everybody take it first, and then like the PS5, just let everybody go through the problems, and then we'll take it last, man.
Like FIFA this year.
I'm gonna get my PS5 in about a year's time.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I ain't getting it this year either.
Work out the bugs. Work out all those bugs.
I knew it. As soon as the hype was up, I was like, go on, do your thing. Because I tell you what happened. I tried to buy a new phone, in fact, from Argos. So I lost my phone. I had to get a new phone. I thought, let me get a quick phone from Argos. Quick thing. Argos ended up charging me twice because the damn website crashed because too many people were trying to buy this stupid ass PS5. And that shit pissed me off. And then I saw all of the bugs that was happening with the PS5 and all that. I said, not for me. I'm going to give it a miss because my PS4 still works as loud as it is.
Still running away, working, bruv.
Listen, the worst thing for me is coming home late at night and thinking that I could have a quick game and just waking up the whole yard. Just
big AC's on and that. And this thing's pumping out hot air.
Have they gotten rid of that with the PS5? Is that now a silent machine?
No, legit. Have you guys heard of the KFC one? The KFC
No,
Xbox.
Ain't that like just like a Photoshop thing or
No. It's actually supposedly real.
legit? What?
I kid you not. It's actually supposedly real. Like supposedly it keeps your chicken. I'm not kidding. It's supposedly real. Big up Terry, by the way, saying he had to search for streams like this. Intelligent, articulate,
Yeah, man.
unbiased
Much love,
discussion
much
from
love.
real dudes. Big up Terry. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man.
We just try to keep it 100, man. Like
Facts.
we've all got our opinions, innit? We've got to discuss them. Like Mason says, take the vaccine. I'm saying, you gone. You could take it, Mason, if you want,
bruv.
bro.
Bro.
Mason, you could take it. I'll wait till version 5 to take it. Personally, at least, at the earliest. But anyways,
listen, I think you know what it is. I think there's a system, and because of our age group, I don't know how old all of you man are, but I'm guessing we're over 30.
32.
Because of our age group, we're not seeing the vaccine till about September anyway, right? So don't think that it's just like they're rolling it out to everybody. They're starting from the most vulnerable people, depending on what it is that, you know what I mean, and then they're working their way back. So we're not going to see that vaccine until maybe September time.
Yeah, for real.
So we've got a couple of months essentially to keep an eye out and see what's going on. I would advise everybody to probably just go and read from some genuine sources. Double check their source too. Like just make sure that it's not some guy that's throwing up some random information. Like seriously, because there's too much of that stuff out there now where it's like people, because they've got a following. And that's what I found in 2020. That's one of the things that pissed me off in 2020. Just because you've got a following doesn't mean that you always have to speak. Like it doesn't give you the right to speak. It does in some instances. If something's really, really messed up, or let's just say it's violence or race or inequality, whatever, those things you use your platform for. Mm-hmm. Do not be trying to use your platform to be some political, pivot when you don't know the full ins and outs. It's like me suddenly starting a blog on political science when I've only really got into it last year.
Yeah.
And do you understand what I'm trying to say? I don't know enough. I don't have a degree behind me. I don't have enough credibility to say anything. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? I could only repeat what I've read from people that have been verified, if that makes sense, right? Mm-hmm. Some of these people are going on like they're the authority, and that's what I'm talking about. The Instagram folks, you just got to say, look, nah, I'm not listening to what you've got to say. Make sure you understand who the information is coming from before you even flip in.
100%.
You know what I mean?
And I agree. But I think on some stuff, people always have their natural like predispositions in their thoughts as to what they're going to feel and how they're going to behave towards some stuff. So, and as I said, even me working in a hospital, my colleagues will tell you, I never take the flu jab. Every year it comes by, never take it. They're like, why? I don't want to. And the last time I took it, I felt so bad. I was like, nah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this again, unless it's 100% necessary. But even in this situation, like, nah. So, are you trying to read the thing underneath?
Jury Trap said, my mum's had it, and if she doesn't use it or transform in a dragon or something, I'm in. Bro, I'm with you on that one. I'm with him. Listen, as soon as my mum gets it, right, and my mum's good, because my mum has underlying health issues, so my mum has diabetes. So if my mum's all good after having hers, I'm all in. I'm all in. Yeah, I'm all in. Like,
my dog,
bro, you don't understand.
Like Star did with his fast, bro.
You don't understand how I want to get this whole COVID thing behind me, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
We all do, but it's not going anywhere. It's influenza. We get the flu jab every year, G. I keep telling people it's not going nowhere. We get the flu jab every year.
Terry said, I lost my mum to COVID and I'm classed as vulnerable, but I'm still very skeptical about this vaccine business created in less than a year when it usually takes 10. Now, I see that. Sometimes something smells funky about the whole thing. Bro,
get me on a plane. I said this to you the last stream. I said this to you. This exact thing. In fact, I swear, Kieran. There's a guy who's a DJ as well. His name is Kieran. He studied like microbiology or something like that. Right. And he actually there's quite a lot about this, and he posts a lot of stuff. I should have hollered at him actually to jump on. Maybe I'll do it for the next one, anyways. If people want to get some nerdy insight, I'll holler at my pal Kieran, innit? And he'll give us a bit of a nerdy insight as to the whole epidemiology, if that word even makes sense to you guys, of this COVID thing, and see what I've gone. But what Terry has said for me is like the basics of it again. Like, vaccines take a long time to create.
For sure.
To create in a year, I get it, you're working around the clock. I get it, you're working around the clock, but still, a year is neck-breaking speed.
I think it's under a year if you think about it.
It's only it's been in China since early 2019.
Really?
Early 2019. I had a pal who traveled in China.
You know what?
And they were saying that it was there from then, but then the outbreak just.
Did you see they jailed that woman in China for letting the story out early doors?
But that's why, because there's stuff coming on there.
That one, yeah.
That one.
They gave her a hard 4 years, boy.
Standard. Standard.
They gave her a hard 4 years for communicating with outside journalists and stuff. That country is crazy.
It's different, bro.
It's just different. I mean, I love the country.
I want to go there, but
of course, 100%. But I just feel like, given how we live here, I don't know how I would behave there. Like it's difficult, man. It's difficult. It's really difficult.
Let me just attack this chat just here. My pal DJ says, check this story. A couple individually got both the track and trace. No, individually both got the track and trace app. One of the apps pops off saying to isolate because she has been close to someone but with symptoms. But the kicker is the guy's app doesn't kick off. Now, there's been so many issues with this track and trace app, innit? Which is like, it's neither here nor there.
It's not feasible, bro. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I feel like, UK is always gonna be behind, bro. Like look at China and Japan. All of them run things like where they scan the phone or whatever it is, bro. It has to be systematic, innit? And like, I just think here we're just too. Like, what was it? Like, something happened in the system. It couldn't maintain that. It couldn't. What was it? I can't remember the correct terms, bro.
Got overwhelmed,
it couldn't handle it. Yeah, it couldn't handle it. It couldn't handle it.
But we've got a very old infrastructure in the whole country. Like, everything is quite laggy in what we do. That's why, I've got a whole mad conspiracy as there's something bigger behind this. Like, I'm saying they're trying to shut down London for long enough period of time to let them do something, because I'm noticing way too many of these 5G towers. I'm noticing way too many road changes. I'm noticing way too many things, which I'm just like, why and how? Why are you doing this right now? And because definitely need to lock off London, significant portions of London, to be able to get this stuff done. So what are you doing behind that?
It's funny as well. Just before Brexit, innit? Just before
Brexit.
Bro, listen, it could be worse. It could be worse. Like, the problem in this country is that we are like the vocal point of free speech for the world. Us in America.
Yeah, it's true.
In other countries, citizens play by the rules. They listen to what their government says and they crack on.
And that's that.
What we don't have in this country, and it kind of boils down to that leadership. We don't have no real leadership, bro. Like, we think we do, but we really don't. Because if we had someone that we respected, for starters, if we had someone that we actually all respected, right, we wouldn't even be in this situation. If from time my man said, stay home, don't leave your house, everybody would have been, I like him, I'm going to listen to him. Yeah. I'm going to pay attention to that guy, and I'm going to stay home. No one cares about what Boris says. No one gives a shit. Like, exactly, that is it. I tell you what, this is how I know that no one gives a fuck. One of my clients, like this time last year, said to me, and she was a 20-year-old, she was in the uni. She said to me, she's not into politics, but I said to her, I basically said, oh yeah, so the Prime Minister Boris Johnson, whatever. She's like, oh, isn't he that guy that was a comedian? She's 20 years old. She's 20. She thinks the Prime Minister is a comedian, bro.
Legit.
Think about, let that sink in for a second. You go to other countries, listen, everybody knows who Trump is in their country. Whether they like him or not, they respect him enough
to know who he is.
You understand what I'm trying to say? Whereas we've got Boris, people are like, who is this guy? Like,
Any joker.
The leadership here is messed up. You look at like a place like New Zealand, you know it's done. They closed their borders and they said no one's coming in. If you leave, you ain't coming back. And these men are doing up festivals now.
Yeah.
I follow the DJs. Some of the DJs down there, they're doing up festivals now.
But we have to learn. We have to go through a little bit of that pain. Like we need a hard lockdown. Probably people just pay attention in it, and then listen. That's it. I reckon last year, if they did it from January to July,
man said leadership with a dude that goes on TV with a bed head. Facts, bro.
Me and this brother had a conversation a while ago, and I simply said to him this. I was like, "That's true," but me personally, he makes decisions which he couldn't care less about us three here, for example, and everybody else who's tuning in. He makes decisions based on that. So realistically, my attitude towards that is I couldn't care less because
I tell you what,
we need to stay in our lane. We need to do us.
This guy is trying to tell us what to do when he referred to I think black people as I can't. You know, you lot might know more.
With watermelon smiles.
There you go. And then he referred to Muslim women
as those people letterboxes.
Letterboxes. Bro, are you all right? And we let this guy run the country.
Listen.
Let him run the country.
Again, we'll bring us three back and a couple of others when it comes to the racist slurs and stuff like that. Because again, I think that would be like a 10-hour show or some nonsense like that. Because there's just too much to dip into there. There's way too much to dip into. But anyways, as I said, I was trying to be optimistic in it. My question initially was, are we optimistic about 2021? Me personally, I am.
We gotta try to be. Bro.
I am, because I think I was watching a podcast. You guys know Chucky Online?
Yeah.
Chucky Online, I think one of his last podcasts was 2020 that bad? And I didn't watch it, unfortunately, but I stopped and asked myself the question. I think it was only bad if you possibly didn't. Well, it was bad in the sense of like Terry, for example, losing his mum and other people losing loved ones and stuff like that. It is bad in that sense. And forgive me, guys, for being probably a bit insensitive to the whole thing, but I think the opportunity to reset yourself, recalibrate yourself in 2020, and even now, even though yes, it's another lockdown, it's an extended opportunity for everybody just to pause, silence the mind a little bit, listen to your soul, and just actually learn to like say, what can I do?
Or what do you want to do?
What do you want to do? Because a lot of us like lead lives that we don't want to really probably lead. And in fact, it's probably why I do Levels, because Levels is my outlet. Like it's spawned into something I had no idea it would spawn into. Like even with this, like I never thought I'd be on YouTube just talking and doing that, because this is not my comfort zone, but I feel comfortable now and it's growing, and I'm interacting with people and people can say their opinions and stuff like that. So this is what I personally did. You guys have done other stuff as well, but this is a chance for everybody actually to further discover themselves, and I think that's what people really have to double down and look into. That's why, to me, you can't. Well, you have some obviously space for skepticism, but there's still so much room for possibility that you have to try and explore yourself to find. That's why I'm personally optimistic for this year, and I just hope a lot more people can actually see it from that point of view. That's all.
You have to be, man.
What George Chap say? Yes, big opportunities when we have time to reflect and go back to basics. Exactly, and a lot of it is going back to basics. It is going back to basics and just looking at stuff. I feel we complicate life, and the silver lining of this is we have to sit with ourselves and work on our true selves and be happy. It's true, because if you silence your mind, you get to filter out all the bullshit.
Yeah, if you silence your mind, you actually get to hear what
your soul's actually saying to you.
Trying to tell you.
Amen. Learn to be happy, and like you said, it's at the top of the show. Self-love.
The biggest investment. You are your biggest investment, man.
Bro, see that's the thing though. People don't realize.
And your kid. If you have kids as well, your kids.
Yeah, kids are huge. But they're a huge financial investment, bro. They cost a lot of money, bro.
They bring blessings, though. They bring blessings, though.
They do. Like honestly, I wouldn't change it for the world. Like there's things that you get from, there's joys that you get from having kids, and I understand some people just obviously haven't had kids or haven't really experienced that, but there's a joy that comes from having kids.
100%.
That's just it's insane.
100%. Yeah, more lockdown babies in it for 2021 is all we know. For real.
There's been loads.
Bro, if I'm sitting there and I'm a medical student, I'm like, hey, I might have to switch to midwife.
Midwifery.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to get involved. If I'm sitting as a medical student, that's got to be the plan.
100%, bro. You're rolling it. Imagine being like an obstetrician right now. Wow, your clientele just went through the roof.
And a dentist, bro. And people been suffering with their teeth. So
dead hygienes. My God.
But them man are still practicing though, innit? Them man.
Yeah. Dentist. Yeah. 100%, man.
They found a way to get around it all because people were suffering too much. I remember suffering through all of summer because imagine I found at my dentist. And they're like, nah.
No, we're not doing nothing.
We're not doing nothing. Only emergencies. I was like, it's an emergency. They're like, nah. Yeah. Nah.
Relax, bruv.
We're prioritizing. My dentist probably told that we are prioritizing. I was like, all right, say no more.
You ain't a priority, motherfucker.
I mean, I was...
Go on.
No, go on, carry on.
No. I was going to say, I just clocked, we had Chris Jammer on a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's still optimistic about festivals.
That's a good question, bro.
Because I'm a very optimistic person, but when he was confident, like he was confident. Yeah, I need to talk to Chris. He was like, "Yeah, we'll be back next year." I'm like, "Cool." Now this has happened, and you know how foolish people are. Like when they open pubs again, same old story. It will be locked down quickly. So we'll see when that comes back. I feel sorry for the clubs and all that stuff. I think they're just gonna be suffocated like crazy.
I don't think clubs are coming back.
No. What did I say? It's gonna be very expensive bars, isn't it?
I don't think clubs are coming back. I don't think, you know what it is. And I remember I posted like I think December something. You know when you get those a year ago on Instagram when they hit you up.
Yeah.
I got one of those and I was like, oh crap! Like, and I put it up. And someone messaged me like, "Oh my gosh! Like I wonder when we're going to be allowed to be that close to people again." I was just like, people are really out there suffering."
Yeah.
And clubs on a really big level. So let's say somewhere like Fabric, where it's like you get 1,000 people in Fabric, I think roughly, or a couple hundred, where you're rubbing shoulders with them. People are sweaty. That's just not. I don't know if that's going to happen again.
I mean, I personally doubt it. Sorry, my battery's died on my camera, so I'll be back in a minute. But I mean, I personally doubt that clubs on that scale will come back, and it's just sad, isn't it? Because I mean, I need to get a DJ lineup actually for one of our next talks just to see what their opinions are. But it's sad, man, in that sense. But again, I think it's deliberate. I think they're trying to create a dependent state where everybody relies on the government to what's it called, like feed them effectively. Okay, so I'm going to quickly ask you guys this because I've got like I post a lot of stuff on this Instagram account that I've got. I've got two separate Instagram accounts. I've got one for fitness and I've got one for my DJ. I've not merged the two because I just feel like they're just two different things, and whatever reasons I've got behind it, but. On my PT one, I genuinely post about what do you call it? Like just political things sometimes. Mm-hmm. And oh snap! What happened to Saad? Yeah, what happened to Saad? Damn. Okay, go on. And some people respond and say stuff like, some people respond and say stuff like universal income. Yeah. How would you guys feel about
being in in a country where we all get a set allowance.
Oh no!
So like every
kind of worms, bro.
every no, it's a question to you both. So how would you feel if every household, let's say, or every man or whatever gets
Bro, that's communism, innit?
£2,000?
That's communism.
How would that make you? Because people are saying that would eliminate some of the problems we've got.
A form of it. No, it will. But as I said, it's a form of communism, innit? So that's the kind of worms, isn't it? Because that then defeats a lot of the purpose of us having a democracy and us having free kind of speech and free life and this, that, the other. That's the only thing that will do. You're right. It evens the playing field, but people just don't like communism. It's either communism or capitalism. But there's no middle ground.
If you look at some people that like have been kicking up a stink this year, Marcus Rashford, one of them, last year, about kids not being fed. If those
that's
families
a government issue.
There you go. But if those families had access to the money, let's say, that household, if it's a man and a woman, they're getting maybe £1,000 each every month. Not from working, just to say, bring you up to a certain level in society where you can do something with that money. They can go out and work as well, get extra money on top, but they're getting a set base of £2,000 coming into their house every month. Would you think that would eliminate the hunger issues in some of these families?
Sarah, let you go with that first.
I think there's always going to be problems like these, bro, because sometimes like that £2,000, bro, might not just be enough because what happens if it's a family of, I don't know, because some families out here, bro, they got like 5+, 7, 8+, like, and what happens then, bro, like, and then there could be the problem where other people, it just starts a whole problem, like, why do they get more? Because then everybody starts to have more kids, and then do you see, like, people will always look for a loophole, bro. I feel that anyway. People always look for a loophole. They'll always look for extra ways of making money, and they'll always try. Like, I just, I've never ever. That's a good question, bro. I've never thought about something like that. The way I was pretty much raised was like, work hard in it, just work hard in it, like work hard and then like just I'm the first son in the family, so I did. Sorry, can we swear on it or?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So
fuck that.
So, like,
fuck shit, fuck.
So I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to make all the fuck ups first, so I could then show my brothers, you know what, this is what not to do. So I literally made all the mistake in the book, and then they saw the hardship in it, like going to evening classes, doing retakes and all that. So they wouldn't do it. And I constantly reminded them, you know what, you don't want this, you do not want this. Just pass your stuff first time, innit? But I just feel like, bro, I don't know. I just feel like if it isn't this, there's gonna be that. There's always gonna be people finding loopholes or making problems because the system is never perfect, bro. But I see where you're going with that, bro. I see where you're.
What people are saying is the current system isn't working, so why not try something different? That's what a lot of people. That's what the feedback I'm getting. Because what I do is I go around reading some of the comments, and some people have said they've got some valid points. I mean, they're saying the system's not working, but I'm with you, lot. I've always been told, just work hard, do what you need to do in it, don't expect any help. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not really one for, giving everybody money for nothing. I think there's a lesson. So you learned lessons, right? And while I was listening to you, I was thinking, actually, what you're saying is you fucked up. You learned those lessons, and you then taught your brothers, right? They saw the mistakes you made, and then you were able to pass the knowledge on. If you didn't fuck up, what would have happened to them?
They would have done the exact same thing, probably, bro.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Exact same thing.
Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
This is why I became a teacher, bro. I never went into teaching because of the money. The money is dead, bro. I went into teaching because of morals and values and what I can teach kids. Like education is such a powerful tool, bro. Like how you want to look at it, it's a way out for some of these kids in the hood, bro. Such a way out. And like one of the things I always told them, like, because bro, we all know kids that were in our class. Like I was one of them, bro. We were poor growing up. We didn't have we're all fair enough, similar age. Do you remember them games that you would put on your thing? It was like a video game in a like binocular. I don't know what it was called, bro. But like them old school
I
retro
remember.
games and stuff. Yeah, so like I didn't have that. I couldn't wait for the last day of school because my friends would bring in their games and man brought in
And
a
you'll be
football,
playing all
bro.
them.
Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, I couldn't wait to play on these things. And then one of the kids, like, I always had kids in classes where, you know what, yeah, I know how you're feeling. But what I say to them is, you know what, you're gonna finish school, you're gonna go secondary, you're gonna go college, uni, you're gonna get a job, and then buy everything you ever wanted. Bro, you know when I got my first job, man bought like a big screen. I bought Time Crisis, all them games I couldn't have as a kid. I bought
Yeah,
two
man.
guns. I bought Power Ranger toys. I bought Thundercat toys. I bought everything that I didn't have, bro, because I thought, you know what? I could get it now. And that's what I did. I cut up all these little catalog pieces of like things I couldn't afford, put it in a plastic wallet. And so when I'm older, bruv, I'm gonna get it. And that's what I told my kids. Don't worry, this is temporary, innit? Like what you are now, you're little. But people like your big brother, if he's troubling you, don't worry. When you start growing and your brother starts to see like how big you're getting ahead.
That's exactly
like, he's
what.
gonna stop.
That's exactly what I told my son.
Are you shooting subliminals at your brothers? Yeah, at your younger brothers, because I know one of them's gone that way. Yeah,
Right, them two, the younger two, bro. They're words, bro. The younger two,
Bro, I told the exact same thing to my son. I said to him, "Look, chill out. Yeah, when you get older, you're gonna get a lot bigger. It might seem like you're a small guy now, but you're not gonna be this size forever." What kids sometimes don't see is they don't see the long vision, and you have to keep on reminding them that there's a much longer vision than what they can actually see. And I think most kids need that experience. I think I don't think the answer is giving kids or giving family the money. I think the answer is actually educating some of these families. Like you're right. Like educate them and make sure that they have the correct tools to make the right decisions. Because realistically, a lot of this comes down to decision making. And if you're not educated enough to make the right decisions, like your brothers were when they saw you doing something and they realized, oh shit, like that doesn't work. Cool, I'm going to make a different decision then, right? A lot of people don't see this. They're growing up in families where the mum probably failed. And when I say failed, I'm not saying she failed at life, but she failed to get herself to a certain position before she had the kids.
Yeah. It's just a knock-on effect because she probably had long things and probably her parents wasn't for her studying. They just thought, you know what, don't worry, get pregnant, go into the system, get council flat, and then it's a circle, bro, innit? It just carries on and on and on. It just carries on generation to generation, bro. It's scary, bro. It's scary.
There you go.
It's scary.
It's also my answer to that is that excuse can only be used up until a certain age. Yeah. I think after like a certain age, you can't use the excuse of my parents anymore.
Yeah, because it's like saying, you know what, yeah, you got A, B, C schools, yeah. A, B, terrible school, C, wicked school, but you need good stats to get in. But all three of us go to A, the worst school. Like my parents always said to me as a kid, you know, like, listen, even though the school's bad, you're the student, no. Like it's all up to you how hard you want to study to pass, yeah. So it makes sense what you say, Mason, yeah? It's just, bro, like, I just feel like I know for a fact in so many primary schools, bro, kids don't even know why they're in school. They're probably thinking they're going to play football with their friends and having a hot meal. They don't know the severity of why they're in school, bro.
I've actually got a big question.
Scary,
for you,
scary, bro.
Do you think the education system fails us beyond belief? Am I being too dramatic in saying that? Or do you think that the education system is just outdated?
It's outdated.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, it's outdated, man.
I think it's outdated.
It's both, bro. It's both, man. Like I get kids, like, you see when I was teaching, bro, I was one of these teachers where I wouldn't sugarcoat it. I would sugarcoat it to the kids who I knew couldn't handle it, but I would sugarcoat it a bit. But I was always honest with them, man. Like how we talk, that's how my kids spoke to me. Because I kept it real with them, you know? Like they're telling me, like, what's the point? What's the point learning about fucking Henry this and Mary this and all these, like, how's that gonna help us? Like, because obviously a lot of these kids, bro, you have to understand, they got young parents or they got older siblings, and what they're hearing when they see the homework or they're getting helped. Oh, what is this, man? I did this. Like, we don't need this. And then I just told them the truth. This is all a memory test. As soon as you're born, it's a memory test.
Yeah.
You know what I realized?
It's a memory test.
I realized it's like, and people say, oh, you know, private schools and rah, rah, rah. Listen, what they teach you in public school and what they teach you in a private school are totally different.
Yeah. Whole
Okay.
setup, infrastructure, everything's completely
It's totally different. In public school, they're just trying to get you out there to get into a factory or something, or you know what I mean. They're just trying to get you to be the next Amazon worker, bro. That's what the public school system is. Like that's what our general system is. That free school, that's what that is. It's to get you through it to maybe go on and do GCSEs if you're smart enough, if you have the right support. But for those kids who do not, like we just spoke about, do not have that support system at home or haven't got the right role models, you are just being lined up to go straight into a Tesco or an Amazon, and that is it. Like, there's no other thinking. The curriculum, I think, needs to change, bro. Like, if you think about what we learned in GCSE level, what was that, bruv? Like, what? Apart from maths.
That's what I'm saying. Does it fail us?
Apart from maths, what was the rest of it?
Well, for me, science was important, isn't it?
Okay, you know what? Okay, the maths and the double science, but the rest of it was just what was it?
I mean, as a whole, but that's why I said, do you think it fails us? Because, for example, Sard, you said that because of your upbringing, like you cut out pieces of a magazine and you put them in a folder, and when you were old enough, you could cop them. Yeah. Now, I've read a lot of this business stuff and whatnot, and it says somebody gets £500 and decides to invest it. Another person decides to buy, I don't know, just say some flipping fragment Jordan 3s, which just came out, some super limited edition. They bought like 3 of them. They'll say, okay, one who invested their money is now on their way to making like triple the money, whereas the other one, their money is gone. I'm saying, does it fail us in the sense that it doesn't teach us probably how to be financially literate, which as young men, which is one of the most important things for us, financial literacy, because too many of us kill ourselves before the age of 40.
Bro, there's a reason there's a reason they don't teach you about money at school. There's a reason they don't teach you about money at school. Think about it. As soon as all these year 6s, year 7s, they go into what do you call it? The creative field, learning about how to save money, even getting their pocket money. How many of us, when we were young, we didn't think about, you know what? I want those pair of trainers. They cost £70. I make £10 a month by saving. If I save for a number of months, man can get that. We don't think like that, bro.
I did.
We weren't taught.
I did.
Bro. Did you have siblings? Did you have older siblings? Did you have big brothers or sisters?
Yeah, I had older brothers and sisters.
And did that stem from them, like showing you how to?
No. You know what it is? And my mum even said it to me the other day, because I'll share with you like a little personal thing. My mum's really, she's getting into her older years, and I kind of just make sure she's all right. Like, my mum is like, I have to look after her in a way. So
no respect for that, man.
And she literally said to me the other day, "You've always been really good with money." I didn't learn it from my mum. I just had this instinct. I'm the sort of guy like I don't want to spend it. Like, you know what I mean?
Someone's there.
I've always been that guy. I'm like, no, I'm not spending it. Like, I will hold on to the money, right? But that was just, I don't know where that came from. That was just maybe like a natural instinct. That was maybe
but you knew the value of money.
I knew
because hard.
It was hard.
Easy to get.
No, because I saw my family like struggle. Like, we grew up on an island, bro. Like, listen, there's no welfare system. Yeah. There's no NHS.
You rely on the land.
Bro, if you're not growing it, or if you don't have the money to buy it, you do not have it.
Bruv.
Like, it's that simple. Okay, so I understood life from early doors. I think your upbringing is really key. Like, there's so many influences that you have on your life, and the school system should be one of them. Unfortunately, I think the school system is turned into like almost like a bad influence, because they're producing more fucked up kids nowadays than ever before.
They're just trying to get them out, bro. They're trying to get them. They're not thinking about what kind of citizen they're going to be. They're not thinking about, if I don't help this kid, what's the motive? Bro, they're going to start jacking. We're from the era where everybody used to fucking jack.
Bro.
And then some of them would jack the wrong siblings, and then stuff would happen.
Sticky.
But bro,
sticky situations.
Bro, it was a horrible. It was like what the Averex, Evisu kind of era where, like, bro, that age group was 16 to 18, 19, very dangerous around North London, Tottenham Wood Green.
The whole of London, bro.
I remember certain crep, your mobile, Averex jacket. Listen, if you
get the baby Ericsson, you're getting wrapped.
Oh, mate. if you ain't got an entourage, allow it.
Wrapped.
I remember being outside Eros nightclub, bro.
This Eros place, man.
This is going back. I'm outside there with my cousin, and he will verify this story. We're outside Eros, and these dunnies are like, because we used to go to like them under 16s, little dances and that.
Yeah.
I heard of them, but man wasn't allowed to. So.
And imagine that you was literally 5 minutes away.
Like we would edge up in them from time to time, and come outside there one time. My cousin had 2 like chains, the wrist chains, bracelets or whatever.
Man had the chaps.
Yeah, the chaps. And bruv, it just got on top for us, man. And I was just like, no, I don't want that. I could see it happening, but I was like, I don't want it. I'm not gonna lie. I'll tell you straight. I didn't want it. I was like, I didn't want it. I was just this guy that liked playing basketball. You know what I mean? Humble. I didn't want it. I didn't want to get involved in that kind of nonsense. But that day, we had it. We didn't have a choice because another individual saw something that they wanted that they didn't have access to, and they were just like, "I'm going to take it."
But okay, question to you, because my pal DJ is actually in the chat. I don't even know if he remembers, a science teacher. I think one of the reasons I got so into science because this teacher was one of the only teachers still to this day who actually resonated with the kids. Man would teach you, or I'd give you the theory for like 15 minutes. Like, bear in mind, this is like a 2-hour, what's it called? There's a 2-hour science lesson. So man will teach you the theory 15 minutes. Man will turn on Choice FM. So everybody's listening to Choice FM while doing the rest of their work, yeah? Simple things like that resonated with the kids. I kid you not. Even one of the worst youths in our school was coming to that science class because he knew, it was a vibe in there and he was learning. But this is what I'm saying. Does the system fail the kids?
Okay, so
kids are so different. Everybody has different ways of learning.
Yeah? To keep this short, you see what in schools, like I don't know if it happens in all schools, but in schools, so you got your curriculum and then it's you can explain the curriculum anything the way you want to teach, as long as you're showing the curriculum and they meet their targets. Whatever you do, that's you. That's why you're a teacher. You're the host, innit?
Yeah.
Now, from time when your SLT managers or whoever, like your senior leadership team, come and tell you how to teach the curriculum, you are just a dummy. Like you're no longer showing the kids a part of you. You can't show them your creative side. Like you can't show them anything.
Is that what they do,
bro? In some schools, yeah.
You know what frustrates me?
They do.
I watched an advert the other night for recruitment for schools, but they try and make out like you're allowed to do the creative side. Like they try and really put they give you the power to go and be this creative personality that delivers it your way to the kids. That's what I got from the advert anyway. That's what it looks like.
Bro, it's the advert though. It's just an advert because hold on. When I went to uni, they just phased out they were given they were given so many incentives for people to become teachers, and then it stopped, and then I kind of just missed the deadline. Anyway, still became a teacher or whatever, but and now they've stopped it for all this time, and only recently they're trying to incentivize and give you this, do this, you get the golden this and golden that, like you get tax-free. Bro, there's so many teachers leaving their schools and going to Dubai because one, they can teach out there. They're good. These are good teachers, but now because they've gone abroad, the Middle East love them because, bro, your teacher, you're a different caste, and bro, everything's tax-free. They pay for your accommodation. You're living it large out there, So
I've heard.
So many good teachers here. They're getting rinsed and like they're being belittled. They're being told they're scrutinized. Like people like in a management team, because they're so pressured by the head of the school or whatever, they'll do these random checks where they'll come in, not even telling you they're coming to do this. They'll come into your class randomly, take random books. You might have not marked them books. It's just, bro, the whole vibe. It became too negative. Too negative. That's why I had to leave.
Like a poisonous environment. It sounds like, bro, but that's interesting because it's not too dissimilar in the hospital life. Nurses are over on like, whoa, In fact, most healthcare professionals are just overrun like well, but nurses.
Do you want me to tell you a crazy story about
wow,
my experience with the NHS?
Good or bad?
It's a bad one.
All right, don't say it. I'm playing.
This is how I knew, and this is my real worry before the whole flipping COVID thing was. I knew that the NHS was already overrun. To cut a long story short, I ruptured my Achilles in the final game of the season playing basketball one year. Went to the hospital. The doctor was like, we need to operate. I said, no, let's just try and, look at some other options. So he's like, okay, cool, we'll put you in a cast for a bit, but, it might not heal, it may heal. I said, I'll take the chance. I trusted my body. My body ended up healing. What happened was, on the day that I took it out of the cast, I stepped on something that really, it went into my foot. So I jumped. Obviously, the Achilles wasn't strong enough for me to jump. It had healed, but it wasn't strong enough for me to jump. So it re-ruptured. So I had to go back to the hospital. Fine, whatever. I then agreed to have the operation. Long story short, the day I was supposed to go to the operation, they didn't have a bed for me. So I got there, ready for my operation, no bed. It's almost like they didn't know I was coming. Secondly, the guy came in to mark me up for surgery. He marked the wrong leg, right? So I ruptured my right leg. He marked the left leg. Number 4, when they came with the x-ray, it wasn't even my foot. So I was like, I'm out. I'm leaving.
This is North Middlesex Hospital, right?
I think it was, no, it's just past Camden. What's that hospital?
Oh, Whittington.
Called? Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
no, not Whittington.
The one in Archway.
Nah, it's a little bit.
It can't be UCLH in Houston.
It's towards like North Wheezy, not North Wheezy, like
Royal Free.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Royal Free. Them times was bad though.
Yeah. That place, it scared the shit out of me, bro. Because I was like, I didn't want to. I'm not really one for ops anyway. Never had an op, and I was against it from the get go. And when I saw all the level of fuck ups all the way up, I was like, for starters, the surgeon was so eager to cut me open, bro. It's almost like I was his experiment. So
they are half the time.
And I was just like, bro, like you haven't even spoken to me about any other options. You're just like, man's talking about taking a tendon from my big toe, so I can't move my big toe no more to replace the tendon at the back of my leg, the Achilles. And I'm like, that's a pretty big operation. Are you sure? Like most men that I know that have had Achilles, because I started doing some research, they just get it, like, you know what I mean? They just put it back together. They tighten it back up.
Yeah.
You're talking about something that's a little bit more complex. And
he was young. He must have been he must have what you call like a senior house officer. Them ones are just keen, innit?
Bro, listen. And that's when I started clocking. And I had a friend that worked in that hospital as well. That was just like, it's really bad. And I was just like, well, I don't want to be here. I can't be in this place. I can't really be about when you lot are trying to do up a madness like this. I think in this country, we're struggling with, because they don't treat people right in the NHS for starters. I don't think they treat teachers right. The culture and police officers is one that I don't think they treat them right either. So they end up doing whatever the fuck they like. And those 3 things are key things in our society, bro. Like real key jobs. Massive. So if you think about people that work in health, people that work in the police, and people that work in teaching, we need those people, bro. Like, indeed. And we're not treating them right. So,
but a businessman once said in a speech, which I had to pause and clap in it because I was like, he's right. I hate that he's right like this. But he said the reason why like sports people and musicians and this, that, the other get so much money is because they have a client base of, say, 10,000 people at any given time. Healthcare or public workers, you have one customer, or in teachers' case, have 30 customers at one time. So they can sell more effectively and earn more money quickly. And when he put in that perspective, I was like, do you know what? I hate him for being so right. And you're saying these people were being mistreated. And at the end of the day, SARS started off by saying, you do a lot of public sector jobs because you want to either help your community by bringing order by being a policeman, fireman you want to put out dangers, hospital workers you want to care for people, right? You do it for those reasons, and those reasons the powers that be know how to abuse that differently.
Yeah. I remember one of the schools I was working in, they made me like feel so like shit and worthless, like kind of like, you know what, there's nothing out there, like don't change your mind about leaving me to, like just saying to me kind of thing, like what are you gonna do, like, and bro, mind you, like this was like
that toxic relationship. You're never gonna find better than me.
Right. Like I was only 3 years into my teaching career, and then I was like, Rod, have I done the right thing? Because for me it was an emotional thing. I was like, like, is this what happens in schools? Like, is this what happens? Like, you have to build a report. If a child has bare problems, nothing can be done unless you build evidence. How much evidence do you need until they flip and die? And I was like, bro, Neil had a breakdown. I was like, man, I don't think my heart can take this. And then you need to kind of, what's the word, bro? Desensitize yourself from stuff, because coming from a massive family, like, you can't let them things run, bro. And then I've realized I have to bite my tongue. I can't do or say because I'm going to end up in trouble, or that these are not my kids. And it was very, very hard, bro. So like I had to leave the nursery after a while, but it was tough, man. But then, some of these schools, bro, the teachers, like, they make you, bro, especially the TAs, the teaching assistants, they make you feel like shit, bro. They make you feel so worthless. Like, you can't, there's nothing else out there for you.
Madness.
Like, it's crazy.
You know what I was gonna say to you, like, do you know anybody
and they're
that's
important, those teaching assistants, they're detrimental to every single class, bro.
Do you know anybody that's really looked into that though, like the way teachers are treated? Anybody that's properly brought it to light? Do you know if there's anything really being done about it? Because you're not the only person that I've heard say this kind of stuff. Like I said,
I left the career, bro. I left the career because, like, bro, okay, so check this. When I was saying before how I was the eldest and I made all the mistakes and stuff, so I failed. I had to do retakes and all of that, and I thought I was stupid when I was growing up in it. Like, I was one of them families, like, I was like getting compared to cousins and all of that. I don't agree with all that stuff, but anyway, so bro, cut story short, I end up going to UC what's the highest ranked uni in London? Is it UCL? I went to UCL, bro.
Yeah.
You need flipping A stars to get into that. Do you get me? And man went to that uni, bro. It was only until I got to that uni I was like, raw, like, man actually fucking did it.
Yeah, man.
Actually fucking did it. Like, and then when I went to school and started teaching, I was like to these kids, listen, I'm not special, but let's just Google the highest ranking university to become a teacher. Yeah, UCL. And I was like, raw. And I was like, listen, I'm not the smartest, I'm not the cleverest. I just had to wake up and put the hard work in. And then once you get to your kids, they can see that, because I brought my certificates in school. I showed them I failed GCSEs. I showed them how to retake, and they saw the dates. Kids are so smart this time, like, they're so smart, these younger kids, like, and I just showed them the dates. I was like, raw, it took you 3-4 years just to retake. I was like, yeah. And again, I'm coming from a family where education means so much, even affects what kind of partner you're gonna get. Like, I'm from Mauritius, innit, but like, we're also kind of between African and kind of Asian culture. Like, and it's like, the first thing before you even get married, or if your parents are doing some arrangement thing, like, well, that's not what I did, but a lot of people, like, it's like it has to be on your CV. They don't care what degree, they just want a degree, or as a CV thing, like, he has to have this, he has to have that. And it's just like, bro, you're gonna put yourself under so much pressure. Unless you got a great job and you're making dough, they just want to see a degree. Like, it's just such a fucked up thing, bro. But yeah, man,
that touches on what Jewelry Trap said. Where this one, society and industry put too much value on academia, but the greatest come from the rough.
100%. 100%.
I'm gonna out you, Amelia. That's a beautiful comment, because it's facts.
That's a ridiculous. That's a sick comment, bro. That's just so hard.
You see the ones that come from the rough, bro. Yeah, they're the ones that are hungry, because you know why? They don't want to go back to where they once were. They will never ever go backwards, because they know where they've come from and how bad it was, and the suffering, bro. You don't want to go backwards, bro. So that, bro, 100%. 100%, bro.
In that little statement,
it's like that pressure makes diamonds, isn't it? They know what time is.
Yeah,
they're already prepared. Then some people are soft, and this is why, like, I find myself doing it as a parent, and I have to pull back sometimes. And then then she's like, you know what I mean? Like, you just don't be so hard. I'm like, I've got to try and weigh it out, because when I tell you about my life, how we grew up in the island, and where, bruv, he has not ever had to have a hard day in his life, bruv.
Yeah.
Like, in his life. And
do you think life? Sorry to interrupt. Do you think life is actually too easy for kids?
100%.
Nowadays,
yeah, bro. Like,
nowadays,
listen, you know who pointed out something to me the other day. It was like, someone said, imagine being born in the 1900, turn of the century.
Later, actually, no, that's fine.
8 years later, World War One starts.
Yeah.
Then, I think after that, there's a Great Depression or something, where like the whole world's starving pretty much. Then you finally get out of that. Then World War II starts in 1941?
41, 42, something like that.
Right, cool.
Forgive us, people. We're not historians.
Right, I'm not a historian, right? And then this by now you're like 40 something, right? You've been through 2 wars, 2 already, and starvation, and then the Spanish flu or whatever it was. One of them flus happened that killed off millions of people. So you've lived through that, and then you get to the 60s, 70s where like there's a Cold War or whatever happened. So that's your 3rd war, right? And that generation, we will never see a strength like that ever again. Because think about how we've all dealt with COVID. Remember what I said about like the levels of depression? It's just one thing, you know.
Yeah.
Like we're forgetting that we live in England, bro. We've got running water, we've got electricity, everybody's got a smartphone.
Exactly, and that's what I was about to touch on. I think you're missing one of the greatest things. We've got technology on our side like never before.
Yeah. So
they had none of that. Imagine sending a telegram to telegram.
Yeah,
you remember pages? You remember pages? You remember about what?
Bruv.
15, 16. You have to call a number and give them the text, and you can't even write what you wanted.
What a mazzoline! Imagine telling a kid about a pager nowadays.
They would never know. They would never know. The only thing me and my son can relate on is Pokemon, because it was about when I was young, and it's about when he's growing up. That's about it.
No, my stepdaughter refuses to believe that was about in our time. She's like, that wasn't about when you were growing up. I was
but that's 25 years old. Pokemon is 25
she refuses
years old.
to believe. She's so cute. She refuses to believe it.
Did you man have a Nintendo 64 by any chance?
Yeah,
hell yes, GoldenEye.
You remember the memory pack? You'd have to put in the controller to save your fucking game.
I still got Super Nintendo. I still got Super Nintendo.
Do you remember that game, Killer Instinct?
Bruv, baddest game. Cinder. Cinder and Jago.
That game's bad.
Give me an N64.
No,
GoldenEye though, you can't touch GoldenEye though. You can't touch GoldenEye though.
You know, everybody was what's it called? Just wait to get that golden gun.
I used to go around to my brethren's house.
The AK.
Yeah.
You stay in the middle.
Yes, bruv. You know.
Ezekiel and Sam, I used to go to their house, and that was the game. Because I didn't have it at my house. That was the game. And it was just, bruv, people were stressing.
But it is stress, because you had to clock it.
People were stressing. You know what I mean? People are getting chopped up. Bro, listen, just reliving the childhood, you know. We're bare old, bro.
Exactly. Why not? Forgive us, guys.
That game was lit, bro. That game was lit.
It was different gravy, for real. GoldenEye was different gravy. Hit different. Hit different. Bro, I had the suitcase phone thing.
No way.
No, listen, Terry, as I said, I'm going to call him my OG Terry. He probably was them proper brick ones.
The ones that you have to pull up the aerial.
Yeah, exactly.
The Motorola.
Yeah, like this.
Them aerials were so long. It might as well have like measuring lines on them. The thing was so long.
Bro.
What are you mean? You done, yeah?
Bro.
Terry, allow us.
Listen. What was your first phone? My first phone was
3310.
Nah, you remember the Ericsson with the little squiggly aerial? The big thing.
That wasn't. It was silver.
I had the chunky. I had the fat Ericsson, and it had the little flip.
Oh,
you both had
the fat aerial.
Like these times they had the funky model like the V800 and the V200 and them things there.
Bro.
And you can change the case.
Yeah.
But I mean, one string.
The Nokia face-off started it for real though.
The Nokia face-off changed the game, man.
Yeah, different.
100%.
Different. But then they couple generations later, the 3310 off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the face off that would be like your older sibling or your parents' phone. They would get that phone first, didn't it? You'd have these dead phones.
Yeah, but bruv, I mean, we just literally just nabbed it from them just to play Snake, innit?
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah. And the earpiece was a kind of cool thing. And like, even though you weren't even on the phone, you put it on it. Like, yeah, you're talking outside your house.
When you think about what these kids have now, in terms of like, so listen, I said to my son the other day.
Oh shit! Hold on, sorry. You have to see this coming from him. I actually remember these ones. These are the 007 ones, innit? Where you had to bust open the suitcase and that. Oh no, Terry, no, bruv. No,
That was the thing. Like back in the day, phones just had Snake. So you had the Nokia that had Snake.
Phone was in a suitcase.
Have you never seen Google? No, he's legit. Like Google it. Listen to what he said. Like you'll see, it's a 007 thing, innit?
Legit. I remember those. Like they were like you had to put them down on the floor.
They're like satellite phones.
Yeah, it's like a satellite phone. Like it's like military grade. Like you know the ones. It's like military grade
like
phone, bro.
Calling it a warhead or something, bro. Oh lord,
bro. That was nuts. But listen, technology's moved a lot, and I think kids in this sort of like day and age, they're much more entertained. But that's also sort of like a worry for me because it gives them sort of less time to think.
Yeah. They don't have enough time to play and kind of go outside and just do the little things that we did.
And also, like
this generation played even hide and seek. You know how we used to love hide and seek at night?
Fam, run outs.
Run outs.
Ginger. Yeah,
Knock down Ginger.
Yeah, man.
Not that Ginger was just troublemaking though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, but
that's only if you got caught though. That's only if you got caught, man.
Yeah, bro. Just listen, take off. Just
on
bow.
Wetting.
Like your God.
Wetting.
Listen, I think we're gonna have a problem with like kids having not knowing how to interact socially anymore.
But this is the problem though, bro. Now there's Tinder and all of that stuff. Social awareness, you know how you need to be.
Okay,
this is another conversation, bro. Because dating
in this day and age, I've got to ask you,
even though we're taken.
How did you meet your missus? Because don't give me the whole detail, but like for me personally, I had to put in the work. I had to go and physically talk to her to even get her to.
You've told me the story, yeah.
I've told you the story. So, but in this day and age, do you know what I mean? Like. Them man don't know those struggles. They don't know the struggles.
That's a whole different conversation, bro.
You know what I mean?
This is a whole nother topic because
this will be another 2 hours.
All three of us, whoever's in this room, and they're probably around our age, yeah. If we were to try and move to a thing now, being the age we are way too much in our ways. It's going to be way too difficult to adapt because. Bro,
do you know why you're nice? Do you know why he's nice? Do you know why he's nice? So I'm going to out you right now. You're nice, yeah, because they'll be like, what's your Instagram? They'll see you got how many 20K followers or something like that, yeah?
Allow me.
They'll see that, they'll be like, yeah, you know what? You're influencer, you must get this for free. You're all trainers. He's nice. He's nice. Me and you, yeah.
Me and my measly 2.5K.
Yeah.
I'm getting nothing.
Bro. Hey, son, you're nice, man. Don't complain, bro. You're nice.
Do you know what, Kofi? Cut story short though, but growing up here, like the way I used to look back then to now, it wasn't even difficult, bro, because it was just a thing where, all right, so...
Hey, speak for yourself, bro. Speak for yourself.
Bro,
not everybody had them K-rolls coming up, you know what I mean?
My plaits were up to here, bro. They were so long, like, it got so long at one point. I just had to, like, my mum said, shave off your hair. So my mum just did one plait and then she just chopped it off, bro. But, so basically, when I met my wife here, so I was in my second year at uni and my friend must have invited, her down to come and meet. She was like coming from a court case or she was like a trainee or whatever, and she paid me no attention. For me now, that was like, raw, this feels a bit different. Like, you don't want to talk to me. And then I was like, listen, like when she left or whatever, I was trying to, get attention, trying to chat to her. Like she just wasn't having none of it, yeah. And then when she left and I had to leave and stuff, she was coming from far. So I talked to my friend. I was like, "Listen, can I have a number? Is it cool?" It's like, "Nah, bro. It's not even like that. She's not like one of them ones like I have to ask her before I can give it." She was like, "All right, cool. I'll just take my number." She's like, "No, you don't understand. I have to ask her. She's gonna even want it." And then she was like, "Yeah, all right. I don't want it. I don't want it. No, I'm good." So, and then I was like, "Well, what's the deal? Like, I mean, like she's like, my line was like, okay, she's Muslim, right?" She was like, "Yeah, well, I'm Muslim too." Like. He's like, no, it doesn't even matter. Like, and I was like, okay. And I was like, is it the hair? Is it the way I look and how I'm dressed and stuff? He was like, I don't know, bro. And I was, listen, try one more time. Just give him my number. It was a bit of a work, bro. Like, and then cut story short.
Put it in work.
I probably we started trying to talk. Do you remember BB days?
BB. Oh, Blackberries. Yeah.
Bro, when
Start
I
off
mean
this whole WhatsApp thing.
when I mean, you see, when you go into beef or when you go to arguments, they'll just delete you or remove you, delete the pin. Bro, I didn't even get that far, bro. I didn't even get that far. And then after a couple of months, I just shaved my hair off. And then, it started getting better. It was like, I think it was one of them things where I don't think she could have taken someone like me to her mum, like, or her family, with being the way I looked. Yeah, because, bro, the type of girls I used to get...
You were diabetic sweet, bruv. You was a diabetic sweet.
You know
boy.
what? It was
different.
It was a problem. I thought I was going to get in trouble one day as well. Do you remember back in the day when you were walking and then girls used to bang on the bus? Like...
Him.
Do you remember? Bro, when I was teaching, I was getting that. I had some kids' siblings come to school after to check me. Even had one or two
man teaching
parents,
like that.
bro. I'm going to have to cut the hair. Bro. I can't afford this risk, bro. Man did all this studying I don't want any problems. So then I shaved it, and then cut story short, like, she started talking to me. We started talking a bit, and after about 6 months of talking, bro, we started speaking on the phone. Like, she didn't want to give me her number or nothing.
She's on it.
And then and then we started talking, and then we spoke, and then we we actually met up after probably about 7-8 months. We met up. Like, it took a long time, bro. A lot of work.
That sounds this. You know what? But you can handle that. Listen, if you tell me a 20-year-old now to go through what you just went through,
they say it's long, bro.
No. They're drawing for antidepressants after 2 weeks.
It's true. No,
after 2 weeks, they're drawing for antidepressants. They're drawing for antidepressants because they can't really comprehend why someone's not interested in them. We live in a world of likes. Oh yeah, like. We're so stuck. Well, not me, but they are so stuck with that like button.
It's endorphins, bro.
It's like that endorphin for them. They don't understand. I remember, because especially when you're out with friends and stuff, and you see a girl you like, and you're like, I'm gonna talk to her, but the man them are there. They're behind you, right? You know, if you don't go into that conversation with your A game and you get the wrong feedback,
wow,
she's gonna break you. Yeah? And the man them are gonna break you even more because they're gonna cut you out.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, cool. It just made it forced like a side of you out, like a very. Do you know what I mean? I think every man needs that. Every man needs to know that they can, or woman or whatever, just needs to know that they can walk up to the opposite sex or whoever they're interested in and have a conversation.
Nah, it's not. Not that.
Have a conversation.
It's not that.
Do you know what? Like, Kofi, it was. Do you know what? Sorry, I just wanted to add, like, sometimes, like, the type of ways I'll see some man trying to move to go, because, you know, like so I used to be around West Green Road quite a lot. Yeah, I used to have friends down there, and the yardie girls were mad. They were like, they would drag you up and they'll come and try and talk to you, and it's like, for me that was like
aggression was different.
Yeah, but they were strong though.
Yeah, I know. I know, bro. They've got that dumpling strength, bro.
Strong.
Like my dad used to work around there, and he would just love it when this used to happen to me in his place of work. He would just like, take him. You want hair? Yeah, take him. Because my parents hated that I had braids, bro. They hated the fact, because they knew your little brothers are gonna copy you as well. Which, as you know, Yasser, like, his hair probably. No, Ikram wasn't on. Ikram's a pretty boy, man. But Yasser, he's still got it. It's probably up to his back now. Like, halfway
down now, he's still got his braid.
Yeah, he's still got it, bro. Yeah. Still got it, man. And but bro, the way I saw it was like trying all these chop lines, and the way I saw it was like, you know what? Yeah, hi, hello. Do you wanna go out to eat, or do you wanna link up, or do you wanna go and get some food, kind of thing? I just couldn't understand like all this line this and line that, because I was like, raw. Like, if I go up to someone and they're just not having it. And I'm like, nah, I don't know if I could take that rejection almost. So I was just honest about it. So then that way, no one can tell me, oh, you ain't got game. I was like, listen, how you doing? You called, you want to get some food? And that was that. I didn't ever kind of, because for me, it was like, yeah, I could make up a chat line, but what if it doesn't work, bro? I was like, no, man, I can't really take that rejection right now, bro.
I think, you know what it is? Bro. If you're going to deliver the chat up lines, I think you've got to deliver them so slick, yeah? That, you know, just you got to have that much faith. Do not falter if you're going to do the chat plans. I think I'm a little bit like you, where I just keep it real. It's like, look, are we doing this? Like, look, are we gonna go? You know what I mean? Let's go for a drink or whatever. Blah blah blah.
Because
Like,
you're being polite, right? You're just being polite. You're just being polite.
I think that's one thing personally I can't stand in it when you see the level of rudeness, and I think I almost put my foot in it bad once. I just started Kingston Uni, yeah. I was in the club and you just see these goons moving to this girl different, like proper, like, you know, when you see people just like touching her differently. I'm just like, and I had to go like, hey, what you guys doing? Like, no, just don't do that. It's ridiculous. There was about 5 of them, and these times I actually just went to the bar. I was actually by myself, innit? And one of the guys, and it had to be the short guy, turned around to me saying, "What, is she your thing?" I was like, "Nah, she's not my thing, but you can't be moving to people like that." And I was like, "All right, cool, shut your mouth." Then he lift up his jumper, innit? He had a gun on him. And I was just like, "Oh, are you serious?" I literally looked at him, "Are you serious? Like, you're rolling in here, people are 18 to 21 and you're bringing a gun. And now you're bringing a gun to me because, like, my missus don't know this. So if she's watching this, she's probably going to talk to me after this anyway. She actually doesn't know the story. Like, the guy pulled a gun. He was like, "What are you doing?" And he said, "Yeah, we'll see you outside." I dipped, fam.
What else are you supposed to do? Listen,
from that club.
This is the thing.
At least they stopped bothering that girl. That's it. At least stop bothering.
You see, sometimes, yeah, like some of these guys, there's no other motive. This is what their motive is.
Yeah.
Like they won't go to a rave to check gal. They'll go to a rave to wait for man. Like they'll go to a rave to see who they got beef with or gangs or whatever, and they'll go for that. They won't go for gal in it. And this is the thing. I used to always be angry at my parents because they wouldn't let me go to carnival and stuff. And then some of the stories I heard, like some of my friends, like back then, they can't go to certain areas because they got beef or they got moved to. And I was like, you know what? Fair enough. Like I'm grateful in it. I never got to go. Because you know when you're young, you just want to go and see gal in it. You just want to go and talk to girls or whatever. But I was always wondered, like, why can't I go carnival? My dad always told me, no, you're not going.
Reasons.
It was mad. I think I've seen a couple guys even working recently. When I say recently, not last year because I only worked till March in clubs. But I will see people, and from where you are in the DJ booth, you're gonna see. And you see people trying to talk to girls, and it's just so fucking stupid, some of the moves that these guys pull. Like, grabbing a girl's arm is going to get you absolutely nowhere. Like, and you see these guys roughing up, grabbing up. Why would you? What? Who is raising these boys, bro? Like, who is raising these boys for that? Think you can walk in and just grab the opposite sex's arm and she's going to be okay with it? Maybe 1 out of 10 might be cool with that. But the majority of women are going to be like, who are you touching, bro? Like, even for me, like, I once got into an altercation with a guy because I was DJing and he came and he touched me, grabbed my arm. I don't know you, innit? Don't touch me. Like, we're not friends. I wouldn't just go touching random people. So I told him not to touch me. Obviously, because he thought he was a G. It was a similar situation to what Kofi went through. And then all the palaver that came with it. But, yeah, these people are just... There's something else. The difference is I didn't dip. I didn't dip.
Bro, I am dipping, bro. I don't care.
I did not dip.
I am dipping.
If anything, he, like, in the end, I was going to stick it on him because I was like, bro, you are not getting away with it. Like, I'm not. I was an
that
idiot.
Angry switch. I don't. You got that Hulk switch. Me, as Pharrell says, no, I'm not calling 911. But in them situations there, I'm dipping. Nah, it's long. Anyways, guys, we've been going for 2 hours, man. Gonna get through a couple of these comments. Yeah, it has been, like, quickly. Anyways, my pal DJ, lads, listen, government won't let me lick my child when they do wrong. Are you mad? Kids living the life these days, but my kid's going to learn quick. And at the end of the day, like,
I mean, okay, look, I don't agree with smacking up your child. Like, I think there's, like...
Listen, sometimes it's needed.
Yeah, bro, but, you know, like, parents nowadays, like, a lot of parents that I know, like, they will explain stuff to their kids. And I think if you know that your parent is utterly upset or hurt by your actions, I think that would hit home. But also, a little smack on the bottom or a little smack on the leg wouldn't do no harm. But I just feel like back in the day, our beats... Our beats is a whole different kind of game, man. I would get double teamed.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you tell kids these stories now, they actually think you're playing.
Listen,
yeah, they don't believe you.
They don't believe. They do not believe you. But when, like you said, we've all come from sort of like ethnic backgrounds, and the licks that you were holding,
planted, bro. Not licks, it's
like,
planted.
you got to laugh about it now, innit? Because
them times it's not funny, bro.
because if you think about it, it's not something that you would even comprehend to do to your children now. Like I wouldn't even think about doing it, but back then I thought it was normal because my mum would literally, she's not throwing something.
We were coming to school sharing these stories. It was normal.
Yep.
It was normal. We're sharing these stories, so we could talk about it now.
End of the day, it didn't do me any harm in it. So I guess the point is, like, I get where he's coming from. It didn't do us any harm. Like, if anything, I think it kind of guided us and he sort of like put us on a path, but we kind of knew in it. But like you said as well, just the children knowing nowadays that you're not happy with them, because what I found is, even when I deal with my son personally, he just needs to know that I'm upset.
And that's enough.
And that's enough, and he just knows. So he knows the difference.
That disappointment in it. It's that you've upset your mum and your dad. Like really, like
how
what man?
How could you do that?
You know,
how could you do that to me?
I think if you've got if you try to have a relationship, because like my wife don't agree with me, but like I've always said, like when we have kids one day, God willing, like I will like to be honest and not sugarcoat stuff and just be honest and keep it real. Whereas my wife, she's Asian, innit? So it's like, we can't really talk about this or talk about that because it's a bit, we don't do. I'm like, okay, cool, but I still think like if you're honest with your kids, and like I've got these little cousins, like as soon as their mom gives them the look, and bro, they're naughty. They are naughty, but they're cute. But as soon as they do something wrong and their mum looks at them, they give them that look, bro. And then she'll say, I'm so hurt. You've hurt me. I'm so disappointed, bro. They cry.
That's emotional torment, bro.
No, it's not.
Bro, it's either that or a lick up the backside.
Listen, I tell you what, the other choices in this day and age is that the kids go to school, say, look, mum slapped me. Bruv, they will be round your house faster than you think. They will be round there. I'm telling you.
Services come drapes you out of work.
Oh, they will finish you, bro. Don't get twisted.
Imagine the embarrassment.
All that child needs to do is say, look, mum is thumping me up. Okay, cool.
Is it? My mum smacked me. Where did my mum smack me? She smacked me on my cheek. All right. Is it?
But the thing is, I think I can only speak on my son because I've always said to him from early doors. What I said to him from early doors, I think it really resonated with him, because I said to him, look, and that was me going on what was taught to me by my parents. So I told him from early, I said, bro, like me and your mum, we brought you here. So, you know what I mean? Like, it could get real sticky for you. You know what I mean? Like, understand where I'm coming from. And I think he's always had like sort of like a level of respect for me. And as he's gotten older, I've started talking to him more. I think talking to them, whereas like my mom used to say stuff to me like, look, if something, she didn't want me to do something, she'll just say, don't do it. I think really explaining to children, and you might feel like, especially from our background, you shouldn't have to, because they didn't have to explain shit. My mom said, don't do it. It's don't do it. There's no explanation. I found with me and him, explaining why that's bad puts him off completely.
You gotta give them scenarios, man. You have to explain to them why you think, because if they don't know, bro, like they don't have anything to go off, and you can basically say, but I'm the parent, I don't need to tell them anything. But bro, in the long run, if you give them an explanation like that's hot, don't touch, you're gonna burn your hands, and we're gonna have to possibly go hospital, they're not gonna do that, bro. This is why babies, bro, when babies walk, when they're learning to walk, they'll go up. It's easy to go up, but when they go down, they're gonna be very careful, because it's scarier going down, bro. Because they know if they're full, they might not go up that route again. They're gonna find another route. Do you get me? It's kind of like that, man.
Very true. Just getting through some more comments real quick, because we need to just do one more quick thing before we finish.
Listen, we're not finishing until we go through these 10 tracks, because man stayed up late last night googling top 10 each year, man. No, we're doing this music thing, bro.
OG Terry says it's already a problem here. I think he's talking about when we were talking about going on dates and kids interacting, having interaction problems as they grow. They interact differently, and it worries me a lot. Everything is more and more superficial. Swipe, click, swipe, and that's how they interact as a person. Again, that's why I said Sar's going to be cool with his 20k followers, isn't it? As Us folk here, innit? They don't care about no 2,000 followers here. They care about 20K. They care about that influencer lifestyle.
Trust me, daddy.
But I mean, jokes aside, I think that the interaction is a worry, and then when it comes to dating and stuff like that, it's all just a worry.
Yeah. No people skills at all.
No, DJ referring to mobiles, Motorola 1-to-1 at the SIM card was actual size of a credit card. Yeah, man. You have to insert through the bottom.
I remember that.
Bruv, it was hedge.
It's huge. It's like you know what it is. You know that we're now down to the small little card.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you had to put the whole. You know the square thing that it comes in.
Remember the Super Nintendo? Like all the cartridges.
You have to put the whole thing in. People don't remember, man. This is crazy.
That's throwing it back. But even when he said 1-to-1, 1-to-1 was T-Mobile, innit?
Whoa,
and every weekend you was getting that crash. You know you was getting a free calls, free text, weekends.
You get the message. T-Mobile's gone down. Zup, zup.
Zup, zup. Everybody's on it.
That you could put in.
What'd you say?
Oh, my earphones are gone. Hold on. My earphones are done. Got to switch. Hold on.
Them days were mad, though. We can hear you. Oh, he can't hear us, though.
Yeah, no, that's better. I can hear you.
So what was you saying before on the Motorola comment? Yeah.
Do you not remember? Oh, it's gone, man. It's gone. Oh, it's gone. My train of thought. No, it's cool.
I forgot what you're saying.
It's gone.
All right. I'll jump on to the next one. It said Kofi knows we be playing balls, sun, rain, snow, thunder, whatever. Bruv, them days, any weather, give it to us, bruv. We're hooping. We're hooping. Oh, them days when you're going to girls, what's your BB and that? Flipping you slyly though. They've been conditioning us for this for a long time, innit? From when you run home to be on MSN Messenger, and then what's it called? Flipping MSN. BlackBerry Messenger. Do you remember that? Like you would run home, you would set your thing to ghost mode while you're just watching people dip in and out.
You man were rich, bro. I never had no MSN Messenger, bro.
Bro, it was free. What are you talking about?
Bro, I didn't have a computer, bro. My family was poor. What are you talking about, bro? They're talking about you man were living their life, bro. What you mean?
Fair enough, man. Do you know what? Sometimes thinking back on it, I was lucky, innit?
Big problem. Big problem.
You had a fan saying, "Thank you, Mason." What? I don't even know what you said.
Oh,
it's probably about when you're talking about the girls and how they're approach girls.
Wow. Do you remember Buff Ting and Chung Ting? Do you not remember? I can't believe we used to call girls that. I never used those slang. Chung
was the one though.
Chung was the one though. Yeah.
I don't use them words, bruv. Girls don't like it, man.
No, they don't. But that's when you're speaking amongst your boys. What's the other one? Tick, innit?
Or and piff. I said Piff.
But Piff still right. To me, the one slang word that should have never dipped was Nang. Because Nang just
yeah, but Nang just meant sick, innit? It just meant sick, innit?
But how sick was it? If it's Nang, like it must be like it was the one. You get me?
Yeah.
Like Nang for me was
Do you remember Dark? Do you remember Dark? Oh, that's Dark, bro. Do you remember Dark?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Oh, what's it called? And do you remember when people used to celebrate by booing, innit? He's going,
boo! With Dynamite.
Exactly. And then what's it called? I'll never forget a radio interview saying some US artist came over when this was massive. I forgot who it was. And he was like, they were just all booing me. And then he played the clip back because he had it on like his camcorder. He was like, no, they're cheering you. He was like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? How you boo somebody to cheer them? It's true. It was just backwards though.
Hella backwards.
It was just so backwards in days. All right, cool. Yo. Need to wrap up soon. So, I don't know if you did this. Did you do this as well, Mace?
Boy, I didn't get the memo, but I got tune.
Okay, fine. So I just said, like, just as a wrap, innit? Because we just completed another decade, 2010 to 2020. It's hard, innit? I was like, pick one track each year between 2010, from 2010 to 2020. That was your favorite track of the year.
Every year,
bruv. So only 10 tracks. And then you had to order them in your favorite from 1 to 10. So if it was 2015 first, then 2011, whatever.
I did year by year. I couldn't.
Okay, no, go fine.
Ages,
I know, it would take long. It was a big task. Anyway, go on. So 2010, what did you have?
2010. Bro, Drake, Find Your Love. That used to get rinsed.
Not a bad shout at all. And that's a good shout. Mason, what about you?
I'd probably say the same.
See, what's mad is I went for a Drake track, but I went for Over.
Okay.
Oh.
I went for Over because I just felt, as a DJ, innit, I just keep thinking about them club bangers. We had this talk a while ago.
Yeah,
so
but like
I keep thinking about them club bangers.
That one. I remember when 2010, I was DJing in Nottingham, and that used to go down.
Find Your Love.
Yeah, buddy.
But how many people were singing Over?
Not many.
Oh, bruv. Well, maybe in Kingston they were. Bruv, it was everywhere.
It's either that or No Hands by Waka Flocka Flame.
Yeah, No Hands was big.
No Hands in 2010 for me was girl, drop it to the floor.
Yep. I mean, the other notable shouts were Rihanna, Rude Boy. That was massive for that year.
Yeah,
Trey Songz, Nicki Minaj, Bottoms Up. Massive. Massive song. DJ Khaled, T-Pain. In fact, this should have been my number one. All I do is win, no matter what.
I'm not really with you on that one.
Bruv, no, do you know why?
I've never really liked that song. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You can play that in any club still now. Same reaction.
Yeah, it's still bangs.
Same reaction. That's the only reason I said that one I probably should have said. But anyways, no better. 2011. Next. For me, this is easy. 2011 was easy.
Okay. I got Rick Ross, Aston Martin music.
Okay. Well, both the same.
That got reloaded for a very long time.
That I didn't think of. But that song is one of my all-time favorites. That's why I get so gassed.
Bad boy tune. Bad boy tune.
I could listen to that for hours. That song is.
It was just a nice song, innit?
It was just a really, really nice song. It's a really nice song.
What did you have then?
I had "I'm On One" by Drake.
I had Niggas in Paris
and DJ Khaled for I'm On One. Just bro,
it was different.
It was different. That's when I really started paying attention to Drake. Like I was like, this guy's real, bro. He's got hits. Hits.
And you were spitting. I went for Niggas in Paris personally. I had to. 2000. That's why I said 2000. I had to because, I mean, that song still now. Ding ding, ding ding, ding ding.
Anyone of you got to see it live or no?
Nah. I wish. You told me that story. I wish.
Missed out. Crazy.
I wish. Oh my! I think. What did ASAP Rocky release that year? Peso. That's it. Anyways, 2012.
13, yeah.
No,
2013. Yeah,
we just did 11.
2012.
I said mine. Yeah, who's it?
No, for 12.
You just did. Yeah, you just did 12, bro.
You did for 11. You did Aston Martin music.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, third track, "Going Home" by Drake.
Okay. This all done, I'm going home.
Yeah, man.
Okay. That's I like that one.
Important track, yeah, big track. Especially the covers, the remix by other people, bro. That was nice.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna go "Adorn" by Miguel. By Miguel.
Really?
Yeah, that was my track.
Sweet boy.
Come on, man.
I think I'm ratchet, you know. I'm ratchet, bro.
That's man here talking about some melodic songs, and you're just going for the straight.
Bro, guess what? But guess what my tune is for that year?
What?
Stay scheming. I'm telling you, no energy.
Nice.
She wasn't with you shooting in the gym. How you telling me, bro?
If you was to give me two, I would say "Motto" by Drake again. Like Drake just had a couple of years where he was fire, but 2012 Motto was doing numbers. Yeah, I'm the fucking man. You don't get it, do you? Like just that bar alone, and the beat just bangs. So I was like,
flipping it. Rhythms. Okay, so this is 2013, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Same. Go. Start.
Was it 13? So I got All of Me, John Legend. Yeah.
Ooh. Do you know what? That's an undercover banger. Yeah. That's an undercover banger.
That was an important track, bro. That was a lot of wedding music, bro. Like when we got married. Yeah, that's important. It's a big track.
Sick.
I found this year hard because there were so many bangers. But go on, Mace, you?
Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe, Kendrick Lamar.
See, that was one of mine as well. That was one of mine. I had Kendrick Lamar, Bitch Don't Kill My Vibe. I had Swimming Pools,
Oof.
Kendrick as well. I had Power Trip, J. Cole. I had fucking Problems, A$AP. And I had Drake started from the bottom. Like, all of those could have easily been one. If I had to pick one, again, I'm putting my ratchet hat on. I'm going ASAP fucking Problems.
This guy. Okay.
Bad
Cool.
Ratchet hat.
Cold.
Ratchet hat. All right, cool. 2014.
Okay, so I was gonna go. So I basically wrote down "No Love" by Augusta, yeah. But also that same year, Chris Brown came out with AO. So, but for me, I remember having Augusta Aslina playing "No Love" on repeat for a while. That was just another nice tune as well. That was Nicki Minaj.
Song.
Yeah, nice song.
Beautiful song. I mean, it was another hard year. Go on. This was a hard year, but mine's flat out easy though.
Hold on. Bobby Schmurder, hot nigga.
Yep. Oh.
Listen, for me, you know what it is? I'm looking at it from a DJ standpoint.
Yeah.
For that year, 2014, that was my song every set.
Yeah.
Every set.
See?
I had to play that song.
See, Rasad, remember what I told you yesterday? Like, I told you, for me, out of everything, if I had to order it, it would be 2014. It would be this year. Okay, it was a hard year because if I reel off some of the songs, yeah.
Remember
Pharrell Happy was released this year.
Yeah.
You
that
had
was like the school song for every end of year video for year 6.
Exactly. You had flipping Jeremiah, Don't Tell Him featuring YG. Might not have been like superstar, but it was a very good track. You had Kid Ink, Show Me featuring Breezy. You had My Hitter, Young YG featuring Jeezy. You had Chris Brown, New Flame. You had There's Loaf. And then you had flipping Rich Gang with Lifestyle. Yeah?
Ooh.
Yeah? But through all of this, I don't care. My number one throughout that whole decade, Chris Brown Loyal. Don't at me. Don't at me. If that that
broke
for
the
me,
internet, bro.
For me, Chris Brown Loyal, every set, and even still now,
you know what? That song for me brought together a lot of different ethnicities.
Yeah.
Because from like a DJ standpoint, I like having a dance that's diverse. You understand what I'm trying to say? And I saw every kind of white, black, Chinese. There was even a Jewish brother one time when I was working in 333 at the time in Shoreditch. And he was in the dance singing at the top of his lungs. He's a proper Jewish guy as well. Like he had the I don't want to be rude, but I don't know what they call them.
Curly sideburn things, yeah. Sorry, I'm being so rude and uncultured.
He was going off, bro. Like seriously, that was the song.
Just got rich.
That was the song.
Take a picture. I can make a broke bitch rich. I'm telling you, that song was all. I told my sister when I first heard it, I said, look, Chris Brown, everybody has to redeem him now after this song. I don't care. Bro, redeem him.
They tried to cancel Chris and he just never got cancelled. Don't cancel the guy. He's R&B sensation, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All
right, cool. 2015.
Oh, you man are gonna kill me for this one. I know it, man. You lot gonna... Oh man. Okay, look, before I say this, I just want to say now, I wasn't a fan of this guy before, but like I would say his body of work from that year started only going up, and his work started to become much more mature. Bro, it's Justin Bieber, sorry.
No, Justin. No, I put out. In fact, that New Year's that Justin Bieber was gonna have a killer year, so I don't blame you. Don't worry.
I became a fan of his in 2015, bro. I have to say, because after that tune, bro, after that Sorry tune, for me it was just that beat, bro. I was like, oh my days, this beat is bad. And then the next couple of songs that came out, bro, good body of work, bro.
Bruv, the whole body of work is an album. I said to people, I don't care if anybody ridicules me. I'm in the same boat. Justin Bieber, 2015, 2016 was on some different smoke. So I'll definitely give you Sorry. It was a big song.
Yeah.
Mr. Mason, what you got for us?
Travis Scott, man. Antidote.
Ooh.
That's cold. That's a bad boy tune.
Don't you get out the antidote.
And in close second, It's Bryson Tiller. Don't
guys
at
are
me,
sweet.
bro. I don't care, bro. Listen. Me and wifey went to see him in concert. Don't piss me off.
Is he good?
Yeah, he's decent, bro.
Oh, okay.
He's decent, bro.
I like it.
Decent.
My one was difficult again, man. I ain't gonna lie, but I gave it to Drake Hotline Bling that year. Just because everybody was on the foolishness, innit?
Yeah.
And then you remember the
that went
Christmas
viral,
jumper.
man. That went viral.
That was
yeah.
Did you see the memes that they made with? He had a lightsaber from Star Wars doing up all of this. Like the memes were too much, bro. The memes were just fire,
We're flying, bruv.
Trust me.
Big up DJ, safe man. Big up you, man. Keep the mind focused and keep inspiring. Thank you, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Big love. But 2015, another killer year, man, because you had that's the year of Fetty Wap, innit? Imagine none of us mentioned Fetty Wap. That's the year Trap Queen came out.
Ooh.
That's the year 679 came out. My Way came out. Like a lot of stuff from Fetty came out that year. So.
We had a couple of years as we're reviewing this, and I'm thinking about all of this because there's songs that you guys have said that I haven't thought about as well. We had a good couple of years that were really good music for the R&B and hip hop scene, isn't it?
Yeah, bruv, it was popping. Like, and even Drake went mad in the next 2 years. 2016, Drake went mad. So we'll see what you guys got next. So we got 2016 next, yeah. Drake went mad.
All right, cool. I got French Montana, Sway Lee. You are.
Big.
I got rinsed, bro. That year, every day, bro, for a long time.
Big. What you got, Mace?
I've got Best Friend from Young Thug. That was my jam. I started getting into more hip hop at this point. Because if you look at my selection early on, it was a bit sweet, and then I started getting a bit. You know what I mean? I was ready to. I got a bit aggressive.
This is crazy because I think I'm toning down as we go on, but fine. I've written down shortlist, by the way.
Your list is big, bro. You must have because you're doing special mentions and all of that, bro.
No, because I'm telling you, fine. Look, I'll tell you this: 2016, right? You had Designer come out with Panda. Yeah. You had OT Genesis, cut it. You had flipping Bryson Tiller come out with Exchange. You had Sorry come out from Beyonce. You had flipping DJ Khaled and Drake come out with For Free. You had Low Life Future. You had flipping Drake Jumpman, Drake Controller. I'm telling you, you had so much Drake this year. But Drake won dance for me, 2016.
Yeah, that was bad. That was a bad boy tune.
I give it to you. I give it to you. That runs.
It's mad.
Hold that.
And then I think thank you. I think this 2017 is the year it starts to curtail a little bit, but
I don't know, because 2017 was a good year for me, boy.
Oh, it was a decent year, but I mean, compared to 2016 for me, I was like, Saad, go.
Next one, I have to give it to Kendrick and all the stars from Black Panther soundtrack.
That's a nice song, though.
Yeah,
nice song. You're a nice guy, man. You really are a nice guy.
Bro, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I'm not listening as we go on. He's a real nice guy. He's a real nice guy. I can see him now with the cane rolls back in the day.
You know when you get older and you just like listening to nice vibes. Before it was like you're going to work to teach a class and you're listening to Gets and Kano. It's like, bro, that can't run too much. So you're going to school hyped and you're ready. You're hyped. You get me? You're going to fight.
I said I can't teach these kids on Gets and Kano.
Man's walking into class just finishing P's and Q's.
But yeah, man. This is like, but this song for me, it was like, what a perfect song on a perfect movie, on a perfect soundtrack. Like everything on that song is perfect. I can't fault anything. Like that song for me was just like levels, man.
It's a big track. Like I can't even be mad. That never even crossed my radar, but big song.
What you saying, Mace?
Oh, Migos t-shirt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
At this, I'm at this point, like I said, I'm aggressive, and to make that year better, the little backstory to it. That was the song from me and my friends. My boy got married in 2017.
oh yeah.
So one of my long-term friends from like as long as I can remember, he got married to another friend of mine, and it was just a really good year for us as a group of friends. So they've been together since we were at school. So when they actually finally got married, I was like, geez, this is actually crazy. Like, back in the day, science class and shit, and we're in Vegas. Migos is thumping. We're having a really good time. That song just became my year. Every time I heard it, I was like, "Yep, this is my
Mama
jam."
told me, yeah,
Yeah,
not to
that's a
sell
sell
work.
work.
Bad
That
tune.
that was me.
Bad tune. Oh man, I need to hurry up. Mine. Oh,
I mean,
honestly,
follow closely. Sorry, by Mask Off. That was the second for me.
yeah, I want to say two, maybe even three. Um, I would go Migos, Bad and Bougie, just because of the energy of that one. But a lot of me was saying Wild Thoughts because of just how big it was. Just because of how big it was.
Yeah.
Hold on. Fine. 2018. Go.
Okay, so listen, like for me, yeah, this song, because of the sample they used on this track, yeah, for me it was a no-brainer. Like, I'd be very surprised if you guys feel different. It has to be Undecided by Chris Brown using that
Ugh.
I Love Your Smile
Yeah.
sample. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For me that was it. For me it was like this is on reload every fucking
Nice
day.
guy.
Every
Jesus, man. You're
Is
just a really
that,
nice
is
guy.
that the 2018 track? Is that 2018 track?
Huh?
Yeah. No, that's
Yeah.
2019, I think, isn't it?
No,
Or am
2018.
I?
2018.
Oh, okay.
Rotted. Look at this. Look at this Drake fanny. Not in that sense. Just fanny. So he went to Drake's boy meet twice in 1 week
Twice.
to see the
Sick
same
guy.
show. You're crazy.
Nah, come on, Drake. Listen, Drake pulls in the numbers, bro. We spoke about
100%.
this.
Yo, Chris. Yo, you're just a nice guy, but Undecided is a beautiful track.
Very
What a
beautiful
beautiful
song.
track, man.
It is, bro. It is. It's nostalgia, man. It's nostalgia, bro.
Yeah. You know what it is? I feel like those kind of songs don't die. Like
No, they
No,
don't.
don't
Again,
die.
this
You
is
know what
why
I mean?
Chris Breezy, after Michael Jackson's the GOAT.
you feel a certain
I
way,
don't care.
bro. Whenever I hear that song, Mason, yeah, I just remember I was like probably in primary school, just not knowing I have a responsibility, just not having any responsibility, just with friends in it. Just it was life was good, bro. Just no problems in it.
Nice
It was
time.
just like that song would be on adverts and all sorts, bro.
Takes you back, man.
I
Takes
love
you
your
back.
smile. What a tune. Mace, what you
Sick.
got? I've got to be quick because I think my baby's about to start coming.
2018, I've got Sick Mode because I rinsed it in the dance as a
Yeah,
DJ.
that's bad.
Had
That's
to.
a big tune.
Had to. The energy was different.
Energy was different.
Energy
I
was
could feel
different.
it
Oh,
as we're talking
yeah.
about. I could picture it. I could just picture all of
It
it.
just bubbled up. Oh.
Yeah. You know what it
Me.
is? What I liked about it
Go
is
on.
because it's split into two. So what I would do is I would mix both of them. So it's almost like I was mixing two songs, but they're part of the same song.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, it was great. Like that was Travis's year because then quite shortly after that, what did he follow up with? Early 2019 was the Travis Scott's that came out, right? If I'm right. And then he had the SB Dunks which dropped at the beginning of this year. Like Travis went from there, sicko mode. Travis went off. For me, I'm gonna be stubborn in it. I only put this one in there because I just want to show a bit of love to the UK. LMA booed up.
That's a nice tune.
I went LMA booed up simply because I want to show love to the UK. If I didn't want to show love to the UK,
But that's a sample from another track, right? Is it?
what
Isn't
is?
it? That's the beat on that song.
I don't even know. Maybe.
Okay.
If I wasn't showing love, I'm gonna hit up Drake again and either go God's Plan or In My Feelings.
Okay.
Drake was just beast in these next 3 years, bruv.
Cold in it. Body of work is mad.
2019, guys.
I got Gets, you know. I got Gets, and
Yeah.
he had the album. Oh man, it was just on repeat. It was about that girl that was unwell. And I think she passed away, and then he even got her to rap on it as well. It was the same album about his daughter. I can't remember it. It's my mind's gone blank. But it was the same album where he was singing about his daughter. It was not the current album. It was the album before that.
I don't know what album that is, but
it was a black and white album. I can't even Google it because my phone in it. But
Gets got a beautiful.
Bro, you see Gets, yeah. Gets, bro. Like for man to stay this consistent for
the
10 years plus, and for me, it's like he's getting better and better and better,
Yeah.
and it's just like that energy. Obviously him and Kano, that energy, bro. When they spit and that flare starts to come out and start moving, bro.
You know
nothing
what?
like it. Nothing like it.
He's grown into himself as the years are going on.
Yeah.
He's really
stayed in his lane and it's paid off.
He's my favorite artist, bro. Like Gets is just he's just too cold. He's too cold, bro.
Him and Kano, I think, are different. I think there's a couple of artists in the UK that are just standout people.
Yeah.
Gets is one of them. Kano has always been one of them.
Yeah.
Wiley, as much as people would like to chat shit, has always had his own lane as well, depending on whether you know. And current day, I would say, what's his face? Oh man!
Oh my gosh!
No, he's no. He's a little bit younger. Black boy, man, like young.
Very general comment, bruv.
No, flipping out. Why can I not? Bruv, he's on the tip of my tongue, bruv. Like I'll get back to him, but he's gonna stand out.
For me, D double. I don't care. I don't care. Every time I hit it's off. It's finished.
Yeah,
I'm done.
He's legendary.
I'm done. Mm-hmm. Anyway, guys, come on, man. I need to flip in.
Last one.
Wrap up.
Yeah,
no,
my 2019 is LMA and Meek. Man, that's where I started really getting back into being a sweet boy again.
Yeah. That's a nice song though.
24/7.
Yeah, it's a big song. What do they sample? They sampled in the end. No, I'm trying to find
yeah.
Me, myself,
Tell me
and
how
I.
you want it.
Yeah. They sampled Me, Myself, and I. By who? He did not? Beyonce.
Meek had his year, bruv. After he got slapped by Drake. Like,
he came back, bro.
After he got slapped by Drake, he came back. I think when he left Nicki as well, he had to. I mean,
it's crazy. Like it's like when you guys go nice songs, I just go for ratchet songs. What is this, man?
Of course you do.
Me, 2 songs. I don't care. These 2 were just for me. It epitomized my 2019. Bust down, Tatiana.
That was your song.
Bruv, I don't care. Every time you're in the club, I pulled up about 6 times. I don't care. 6 times, and then Drip Too Hard, Lil Baby and Gunna.
Oh no.
Those are mine.
You know what?
Those are mine.
Okay. I'll give you Drip Too Hard. Then too close. Off this day. Yeah, I'll give you that.
Okay, last one now, yeah?
Yeah, man.
I'm sure one of you lot have picked the same one. I swear down. I've got to go with Chris Brown, Go Crazy.
Yeah.
That's on the list.
No? Neither of you?
Yeah.
That went viral. That broke the internet, broke TikTok, broke everything, bro.
Oh, actually, no, tell a lie. For me, it was that.
Smashed it.
And I got one. I got one other. That's it. Go on. Oh. Mason's cut out, I think.
Okay.
I think he's cut out. In that case, I'm going to say mine. Mine was The Box. Roddy Ricch.
I can't see you, bro.
Yeah, I know. My camera's dead, bruv.
Oh, okay.
Mine was The Box, Roddy Ricch.
Okay.
That's the only one I think rivaled Go Crazy. Although you can argue The Box was 2019. I don't even know what the hell the guy's saying. How about the hope that you? I'm gonna get lazy.
I'm gonna go soft again with my 2020, and I'm gonna go with Summer Walker.
Which one?
I forgot the name of the track actually.
The one the Usher cover or the
like,
Chris Brown one?
These boys are all the same.
I forgot the name of that song.
That song to me.
Damn, you guys do well. Go Crazy is in between. I think Go Crazy is the winner of that year. That was a bad tune.
Yeah. And I think when Jabberwockies did that dance with the car, then everybody jumped on that trend, and you have to give it, because that video, bro, I don't think I've ever seen a faster viral video than that, because everybody started doing it.
Yeah, jumping out of the car.
Yeah,
but that's because of Mufasa though. That's because of the Mufasa guy who did It's Friday.
The two guys.
It's Friday, Saturday.
It's Friday.
They started it. Yeah, they started that, bro.
Okay.
Big up to them. Anyway, guys, we've been going, I don't even know how long, a very bloody long time. Thanks to everybody who has stuck with us throughout the whole thing. I think Jewelry Trap has been here. Terry's been here. DJ's been here. Everybody else, thank you so much. Welcome, Saad. You guys will be seeing a lot more Saad over the coming, years, hope.
Thanks for having me,
I'm not
man.
gonna say
you guys
days,
have been
weeks.
Great, man.
No, of course, man. Of course. I hope your first experience doing a live was okay.
Bro, it wasn't too bad. Like, I got comfortable after like probably 10-15 minutes. I kind of started speaking a bit more. I tried to keep myself a bit more relaxed, because I know sometimes when I get like passionate, I come across like an angry coach when I'm just trying to make the team win kind of thing. But I had to really stay like calm and like sit up so I could see what I'm looking like almost. But nah, it was all good, man. Thank you for having me, man. Much love.
No, all good, bro. Anyway, guys, follow Saad. His @ is on the bottom. Star Remix on the IG. He's probably going to be coming out with some more personal content soon. So please, again, sub to him and see what he's coming out with. Also, as always, we've got Mr. Dan Mason. Follow him on the IG. See some more dope mixes. Follow the boy. What's it called? You got your show on EXT now as well. So
yes.
Guys, lock in Sunday.
Yeah, I had a little listen, bro. Coffee sent it to me. It was nice, bro. Play some nice songs, man.
Thanks. You know what? Appreciate everybody that locked in, man. Thank you very much. The EXT project has given me sort of like a platform to just experiment and just be myself. Yeah, and hopefully we've got some things in the pipeline where we're gonna try and get the podcast over there on. Hopefully sometimes or permanently if we can.
Yeah,
but
man.
We'll see what happens, because it's obviously like we don't need to go into the details, but that's basically the steer. Every Sunday 1 till 3 I'm going to be on EXT trying to bring some flavors and bring some vibes. So thanks to everybody that locked in, that had a chance to lock in previously. Thanks, Saad, for that. Appreciate it.
Wicked.
And like that's where I'm at, man. If you're going to find me.
Big up, boys. Great chat. Thank you, Trap Jewelry. We'll get you on soon. We have a nice chat with you and how your things have been coming on, especially in your industry as well. And big up the OG Terry. Thank you, man. Always love to you. As always, guys, as well, please like, share, and sub to this. I'm going to be soon actually converting all of these into straight audio, so you can actually just have it as an audio catch up on Mixcloud and Spotify soon. So watch out for those guys. And yeah, thank you for tuning in tonight. It's been a long one because it was just a lot to talk about. But big up yourselves, and we will catch you on the flip side.
Wicked.
Peace, everybody.
Much love. Listen, God bless you, and please stay safe, people. Yeah.
Indeed.
Love.
Good night, man.
Good night, everyone. Love.
Peace.
Learn life. There's levels to the shit.